All right, guys, welcome to episode number 1 or day 1 of Fanfic Friday.
Fanfic Friday.
We got in the link here. What is this? April O'Neil, 2012, Rose Rap.
Okay, description. This is not a story, but a rap I wrote to be about the ungrateful, rude ginger April. I wrote this for all the April haters. I hope you enjoy. They even got a cover too. No.
Rosa's April.
I don't even know how to voice this.
I don't even know what they said rap. Like, we're talking actual rap?
Yeah, but like, how do I?
Who is this? Rosa?
Yeah, this is by the author. So I'm like, how do you even voice this?
Well, the person who's a rapper is what?
Mikey would hate doing this though.
What? You guys hand me a pre-written rap? Come on, where's the energy? Where's the freestyle? O'Neil, here's the deal. So April, you think you're so special because you're part ET? Got friendship, free protection, but it doesn't stop you from being mean.
Aww.
You take the boys for granted, just a spoiled little brat who dumped the bros after dad got turned into a bat.
I mean, that was low-key your guys' fault.
Man, you kicked their shells out your life. From that day on, they met a rebel during school. Oh, look! A candidate for prom.
Okay, honestly, do you think Casey would ever go to prom with me? Or anyone?
Maybe you guys would be a good pair. Now, don't worry. We'll get to the love triangle later. But for now, let's continue her traits for my fellow April haters.
Wow, really going down the list, huh?
Nah, you call up Donnie for the rescue, the poor lovesick teen, then scold him for being late. Christ, April, don't make me scream. Don's got a busy life, even without having to save you. He abandoned his brothers, then fought off the Foot Clan crew.
Whoa, he ain't Leo now.
No, he's not. Oh, and did I mention not one single thank you? Whoa, boo, 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 boo. Where's the soundboard? Dang it. Man, your mom was a failed experiment. Now an ugly alien thing. And now you want to join the Ninja Turtles
Mikey,
team?
you did not just call April's mom ugly.
Oh my god. Well, let me tell you something, sweetheart. Hey, that's what Ralph says.
That's not Mikey.
I ain't no Kuno Ish, but you can become a ninja after just 2 weeks.
That's also something Raph said.
How'd you cheat? Did you bribe Renette to speed up? Why is my eye? My eyes are
Oh
watering.
no.
My eyes are watering.
You were blinded by greatness.
I think the sunscreen getting into my eyes, bro. Oh gosh. How'd you cheat? Did you bribe Renette to speed up? Oh, speed up time. Oh, what? To get you that dragon tantal without working a dime. Although, getting stuck with that silly little fan, I'm not surprised. You wanted that blade.
Well, you do realize that's like Splinter's daughter's weapon. It's kind of important.
What are you gonna do? Blow your enemies away?
Whoa!
All your victories are based on luck. It's just a fact. Anyone could have kicked Tiger Claw in the nuts.
I'd like to see you try.
Yeah, I'll read it. You don't deserve all this treatment. What? Take that silver spoon out your mouth, for if not for your mother's death, Karai would have taken you out.
Hey, we don't know if my mom's dead.
You're not a ninja, you're a leprechaun. Just a Mary Poppins wannabe. So bad, even the weakest fighters got you begging for mercy.
Whoa.
Can't fight to save your life, even got your ass kicked by a witch. Now get out of the Turtles clan, you rude, pathetic, whiny little. Ugh, I'll keep it peach. Now, don't get me started on this petty love triangle. You got Apritello and Capro shippers at war. It's pointless, destructive, and now it's become a hassle.
That still don't rhyme, guys.
I don't know, this kind of trash, bro. You were Donnie's first crush, his love at first sight. So sad, he's in the friend zone till he saves your life. His cheeks blush red like a cherry. You spelled that wrong.
Whoa. Even Mikey's calling you out.
Damn, bro, go to first grade. From your slightest touch, get some specs! No one's this blind to such an obvious crush. Donnie, you suck. First off, can you please stop flaunting your cute...
Whoa!
Can I say that?
This feels wrong.
What the... We can all see it. No, without the zooming in.
Why are you low-key blaming April for this?
But if you're looking for new friends, I'm gonna have to pass. You struck Don with Cupid's arrow, filled his tummy with butterflies, then embraced Casey, thoughtless on how his heart cries.
I'm r/I'm 14. This is deep.
If he asks how you felt, hoping to find some sense, you'll tilt your head and say, "We're nothing more than friends." Then feel bad about hurting him, then picking on the lips. April, you can't play with people's emotions like this. That's right, I better book a doctor's appointment because you just got burned, O'Neill. 3rd-degree burns! Ouch! By the rows of unholiest thorns. That's the end of the rap. Hope you enjoyed rapping along. No, I didn't. That was trash. 0 out of 10. I can do a better freestyle.
That was...
I feel like some of it didn't even rhyme.
Wait, hold on. Some of it definitely didn't rhyme.
What? Uh-huh. Got friend-free protection. That doesn't stop you from being me. Happened... one episode. I know exactly what episode you guys are referring to. This is one instance. You take the boys for it. No, they don't. No, she doesn't.
Can I get an example, please?
Right. Who dumped the bros after Dad got turned to, but she, yes, became friends with them again. But come on now, when these aliens, they pretty much were the cause of her dad getting turned to a
Are you seriously telling me you wouldn't, if you're April, you wouldn't blame the turtles?
Right. I forget exactly what they did, but I'm pretty sure they were pretty close.
So what happened was that, first of all, they were kind of low-key careless with just like April and her dad's life. Like they were so willing to put Kirby in the line of fire just to like, because like he was the only one who could read that like crankship radiation, so he needed to be up on that rooftop according to the turtles. But it kind of felt to me like a lesson in, hey, maybe you shouldn't involve civilians in your shenanigans.
I thought you guys, your jobs was to protect the civilians. I'm really not sure why. It's like they are careful with everyone else but April, or like the people surrounding April.
Right.
What the heck?
Because I think it's just one of those things, they just assume that since April's always so cool and gung-ho and willing to like jump into action, they assume that like all her friends and like family members, they assume that he's probably cool with it too.
But once again, it's like, that was her being mad because she's a teen. There were definitely, there's valid reason for being mad, but that was her just being really frustrated at all the stuff that happened. Let her be mad. And also, she got back together with being friends with him.
All she really needed was, and like the show was saying, all she needed was time to process.
Right.
And if, you know, trying to have some semblance of a normal life was what got her to process it, fine.
Picked her shows off in her life, then from that day on, met a rebel during school. Ooh, look at Candy for prom.
Casey?
Casey?
Would April even want to go to prom? I don't know.
A candidate for prom.
Would April want to go to prom?
They, for some reason, they always characterize her like some, I don't know, player. Oh, well, I'm just gonna wrap this boy around my finger because I feel like it. Can do it. And then I'll toss him away like some little piece of garbage after I'm done playing with him. I'm like, what?
I could sooner see her going to the prom with like Irma as like a friend.
Dude, totally. I don't know.
Like, I don't think she would ask Casey, and I don't think Casey would ask her either, honestly. Because like Casey does not seem into high school at all. Like,
no.
If we rarely see what April's high school life is, we never see what Casey's is. Probably because he doesn't care.
No, it
Bro
really
was held back like a year.
Right, so like you said, it doesn't feel like he takes any school events seriously or school seriously. He's just like, well, I think he prides himself in being kind of on the outskirts of society. So what makes you think he's gonna be all proper and like entertain the formalities of prom?
You think he's gonna dress up in a suit?
You think he's gonna make like one of those, pretty much act out one of those like cute movies where it's like all nervous with dressing up and then picks up this girl? No.
First of all, he'd sooner ditch prom to go on patrol with like Raph or something.
Right.
Or just like go out to bust heads on his own. Like I can sooner see him be like, what, we have prom?
Right.
What's prom?
Or it's just gonna be like, oh, if April takes the initiative, because that's the only way I can see this happening. She takes the initiative, gets all dressed up, and he shows up in the same dingy outfit, and then he shows up with a rickety bike. It's like, what was I supposed to bring? I don't know, a car or some kind of ride.
And that's part of the reason why I can't see April asking him either.
No, even at the prom, it's just like, what, he's just on the dance floor alone, busting it out, doing breakneck moves. Meanwhile, April's over there.
Like, Casey's more like, where's the free food?
Yeah, and once he finds it, well, the table's trashed.
Right.
Oh, gosh. And of course, with how the series goes, if this actually happened as an episode, it would be ruined. Because, I don't know, aliens would crash the surface.
And the turtles have to jump in, like...
It's like...
Poor April's prom is, like, ruined. She wanted to... This is her way of living her normal life, and
right.
she can't do it.
And God forbid she gets even a bit annoyed. It's like, why'd you guys have to do this? Everyone's like, why are you so entitled, April?
April, they were just saving you.
Right? Aren't you grateful? Aren't you grateful? Why are you, like, chastising these guys? Why are you scolding? Why are you such a spoiled brat?
My gosh, and, like, I can name so many times when April's, like, checking in on the guys, like, helping them out. But, like, these guys don't care about that. They'll, like, nitpick, like, the few moments. And even then, like, you have to watch the whole episode for context.
These are very specific moments where why April's mad, that's literally the point of the plot. That is the point of the episode.
Right.
And they always reconcile it.
Yes.
I almost said always. I'm like, no, there's no exception. They always resolve it.
Right.
From all the points I remember, it's just like, they do.
It's like, April's good, the turtles are good, what's your problem?
They've sorted all their misgivings and everything out. Why are you still hung up on it? Don't worry, get to love triangle. Okay, for my fellow... Who? You call up Donnie for love 13. Scold. When was this? Scold him for being late?
I think this was in that episode where April does get back to the turtles.
So we're just drawing from that same episode again.
Right, it was that kind of episode where April was low-key ready to forgive the guys, but then she, like, started getting attacked, and so then she called Donnie.
I mean, is there anyone else I can help?
Like, the police clearly aren't doing anything.
No. I guess they could have easily just called up anyone else, but I guess... From her perspective, I'm gonna assume she does one of those things where it's like the girl's obviously aware that the dude has a crush on her, but she wants to ignore it for the sake of the friendship. But she's pretty much like consistently, he's always been in contact with her more than anyone else.
Right.
Even if it's because of his crush. So she first thinks of him. Because you tick down the line, it's like, Mikey, no. Raph, I think at this point, I don't know what their kind of like deal is. I think they just kind of are around each other. Maybe they were kind of buddies, but it's always happened behind the scenes, so we don't really have any like basis for it.
I also feel like it's like the writers coming up with excuses for April and Donnie to just like be in prolonged contact with each other, because we talked about it before. Realistically, April's closer friends should have been Raph and Leo.
Right. But no, Donnie, like this you can pretty much chalk up to, like you said, the writing of the show and trying to pair these up, and therefore mental gymnastics. Ah, yes. She's gonna call Donnie.
April and Donnie, they're just the quintessential pair, like, clearly. And then, like, I also hate that it's, like, kind of ambiguous, too, because some of the moments in that episode you could read as, oh, April likes Donnie.
Let me check this still recording. We're good to go. Still rolling. Okay, Don got busy with having to save you. He abandoned his brothers and followed them. Okay, but that's on Donnie. He abandoned his brother. That's a diss on Donnie, bro.
Right. Also, no, yeah, like you said, yeah, he abandoned his, like, why are you blaming April for that?
Single thank you? I don't think it ought, but like, you can unless you're kind of just tone deaf, I'm pretty sure it was implied that she's very grateful.
Yeah. Like, does she have to, like, bow at their feet every single time they save her?
That's just mean. What? Come on now. Why you gotta diss the mom like that?
What'd her mom do to you?
Right? She didn't consent to this.
Right?
What the heck?
Actually, she didn't become a ninja after 2 weeks. She actually spent an extensive amount of time training. Okay, I'd argue that, like, if we're going by the timeline that it hasn't even been a year, it might be a little too short to be plausible. But the show does make an effort to show April consistently training and getting better.
Right. It's like with series, you sometimes have to fuddle things like that. This isn't trying to make an excuse for the series. It's more like, now that I know the writing process, that is insane. And how are they going to progress this without spending too much time? Because, like, once again, this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If this was truly April's series, we would definitely see her continuously training, and then all the nuances that happen during her training. But they can only show so much. So they have to go for it, show you enough so that you get the vibe that she's consistently training. Even when she's off camera, she's still consistently training. Like you said, the actual time frame, a little unbelievable. But this is fiction. We're trying to go for realism as much as believability rather than true realism.
Right. Because, like, realistically, April would have gotten, like, killed, like, a long time ago. If we're being realistic. But that don't make for a good story. No. Unless you want to kill her in Mutant Apocalypse, which they do anyway, so
dang.
Whatever.
I can't believe only her gene patch was left behind. Donnie! How'd you cheat? Did you bribe Renette to speed up time?
This is another thing with this fic. I can't tell, like, how we're supposed to be wrapping this.
I'm not supposed to put a beat behind it, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja, like the opening beat.
I feel like the author had a very clear vision on how this was supposed to be wrapped, but, like, I'm not following. Like,
can I get a demo? Can I get a demo from, what's her name, Rosa?
Yeah.
Yo, Rosa, drop the demo. I want to rap along properly to this. I'll send you a cover. Oh my god. Well, let me tell you something, sweetheart. You know, Kuno age, but you can't become a ninja after just 2 weeks, like something like that. That's more. I was trying to go for it. How did you bribe Renette to speed up time? Like that? To get you, that dragon tanto, without working a dime? Something like that? I guess. I don't know. I'm just trying to work with what I'm getting here. I don't know what your vision is, so. Sit, little fan, like, under that blade. Am I missing something?
She later gets a
Oh.
blade I think it's when she graduates to, like, Kunoichi. I think even in the episode, I could be wrong, I could be remembering this wrong, I need to fully rewatch it. But I thought that she wasn't technically, like, a full Kunoichi like Karai, but she, like, got to, like, the first stage.
Why are you making fun of her fan? It's a cool weapon.
I love her fan, dude.
It's sick. We're working with mutant turtles here. I love the stylization of the fan. It's a real thing.
The way she uses it is so cool, too. I love it.
I know, right? It's like boomerang.
Yeah, like a boomerang.
I thought that...
Hey, she's skilled with the yo-yo. It kind of fits.
I don't know. I personally love tactile weapons like that, but... What, are you gonna blow your... No, she's gonna slice through their neck. If you can fling a steel... Pretty much just like... It's like foldable blades. It's not a fan. The design is a fan. But the actual little fan parts, they're freaking blades. Very sharp blades. If you throw it at an enemy precisely and at the right angle, it's equivalent to a katana going through your body.
Right.
You don't mean blow your enemies away. You're not just gonna blow, you're gonna slice their necks off. My god. Wow, your victories. That is a factor in battle, my guy.
Yeah, I mean, Mikey's there.
I sense the saltiness. I sense the jealousy. You don't deserve all this treatment. Take that silver spoon out your mouth.
Did you want that treatment?
I don't know if you were put in her position and you weren't tough like April. I don't know if you were considered the special treatment or being born with a silver spoon. Do you really think she was born with a silver spoon?
I was gonna say, like, what are they even talking? Like, what special treatment are we talking about?
I genuinely don't
When
know.
was she ever given special treatment?
No. The turtles will bow down to her feet and say, "Oh, April, greatest thing since sliced bread, maybe Donnie." No, not really. Masters never took her in because, like, well, the turtles trusted her and was like, do a series of things. She's like, yeah.
She showed promise with her latent psychic abilities in the beginning too. So.
For if not for your mother's death, Karai would have taken you out. I'm like trying to figure out how this one. You don't deserve all this treatment. Take that silver spoon out your mouth.
This
Or
is
not. What?
This is also missing the whole point of that scene, is that like it's not because April's mom died that she won. It's because April was smart and like utilized the ability of deception low-key even better than Karai did. Like April, for all we know, could have been lying about her mom, and we know her mom technically didn't die. She's missing.
Right.
We don't know if she died.
I'm not sure why they're so like hung up on. Oh, this is not a fair fight. We're talking a street fight, potentially to the death or to very serious injury. Because this is Karai we're talking about. She's gunning for the turtle. She's gonna beat April to a pulp or to death. Why would you not pull every trick under your sleeve? Deception or not?
She knows she can't win one-on-one. Like she was putting up a fair fight. Like she was trying her best, but she just couldn't do it. Karai is too tough.
Right, the training difference by literal decade.
Right.
So, do the best you can. This is why in a street fight, throw sand at their eyes. Go, once again, it's always go for the sensitive parts. The eyes, I don't know, stomach, groin, whatever.
We're talking about survival here.
No, this isn't like some honorable duel.
Like, Leo and Karai have the ability to go at each other with like maybe in like a fair duel.
Right.
But that's because like they're at the same level.
What's with the ginger hate? Guys, can we unpack this? Where did the ginger hate come from?
I'm genuinely confused. Like, I feel like I just saw it pop up, but I don't know where it came from.
You're not a ninja. The closest I can get to the origin, I don't even know this is the origin. Once again, South Park, they had a whole ginger episode.
Huh.
Where they call someone a daywalker or something. With ginger without the freckles or something. But then, apparently, I've heard anecdotes of just like, people got absolutely bullied like to hell after that episode. And I was like, really?
Does media really influence people that much?
That's crazy. I know it's like the stuff kids weren't supposed to watch supposedly at the peak of its like airtime, and they would really mimic a lot of stuff, unfortunately. But dang, this much I'm seeing in my TMNT 12 content. Dang, so what? She's just so.
She's a hair color.
And what? You're trying to roast her because she had potentially Irish, I don't know, heritage? Because O'Neill is an Irish name, I'm pretty sure. So?
What does that mean?
You're not a ninja, you're a white Irish person. Is what it sounds like. Mary Poppins.
Oh, but you're not going to dock on Chris Bradford.
Okay.
Who has like the most American sounding shtick ever.
He's taking his training seriously, just like April. So?
Chris Bradford even had his own show. Was basically like flanderizing the ninjutsu. The ninjutsu.
What's the Mary Poppins thing supposed to be? Mary Poppins?
Where did you get the Mary Poppins comparison from?
Yeah, I'm like trying to remember Mary Poppins. I mean, April kind of does resemble, was it Audrey Hepburn?
Yeah.
She kind of resembles her. I mean, that's just a compliment. I personally think Mary Poppins was so pretty.
Yeah.
What, she's
pretty?
She has an umbrella.
Ooh, you complimenting April? Ooh, you think she's pretty?
Ooh, you think she's pretty?
She thinks she's pretty?
What? I don't get this. Like, what? Other than that, Mary Poppins is a nanny? What? Okay, then that's on the turtle set if you're trying to call her a nanny.
Which she doesn't even babysit them.
Right. Okay. Well, I really can't think of anything else. Okay. So bad, even the weakest of fighters got you begging for mercy. Bro, what?
Where?
I don't remember any.
What are you what are you referring to?
Dude, even when she was like getting like almost like poked in the needle during the crying.
Yeah.
Even then, I'm pretty sure she was like, she doesn't even want help. I mean, honestly, I was like, April, please please put down your pride.
Please scream or something, I don't know.
But even when that thing was nearing her head, she was just like, no. Great, someone's here to say, no, don't even start on that. But she's never begged for mercy. What are you talking about?
She's never begged for mercy once.
No. I can't even say good on her because I honestly want her to receive help.
Right.
Accept help. But like, girl, she's never done that. Okay. Why'd you cut? Okay, whatever.
It's bad to swear, but you
Whoa.
wrote this whole rap.
Whoa.
This whole rap is fine, but you draw the line at like one
Oh,
swear
she's
word.
gonna say the B word, even though I'm pretty sure. Didn't she drop in the description or something?
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, no, she did.
Okay.
Okay, then. This one's petty love triangle. Apritello keep both shippers at war. It's pointless destructive. It's become a hassle. Oh. Her size so till he saves your life. Huh?
His cheeks blush red like a cherry.
Cheery. For your slightest touch. Get some flex! What? Okay, but this is Donnie's. This is Donnie's, oh.
Do you even know how April feels, really?
He's in the friend zone until he saves your life. Probably referring to all the times that, oh, hugs Donnie. Oh, kisses Donnie on the cheek. That's...
You gotta take that up with the writers, guys.
Please.
At this point, like, we could sit here and argue in circles, like, all day, like, do those hugs and kisses, like, do they mean that April likes Donnie? I don't know, but, like...
The ultimate conclusion is this is something that's beyond just a character. This is something that's gone wrong in the writing. And you know what the funny thing is? I've seen so many posts defend Donnie, and like some of his creepy bits were definitely on the writer's fault. He's like such a sweet character until his incelly parts kick in, and that's completely on the writers, not on Donnie himself. So why won't you give that grace to April? Where when she gets a little, in my opinion, out of character.
Right.
This is out of character for she is a bubbly, very affectionate person, but that's really weird that she kisses him on the cheek and not any of the brothers. It's obviously something by the writers.
Right, but like people will take that at face value and call that like mixed signals, but then like you said, are so quick to excuse Donnie and his behavior.
Mm-hmm. My goodness.
And like you said, I truly consider that to be out of character on April's end, because to me, she's just clearly not interested. So I don't know why, like, but the writers keep having her go back to Donnie, and it's like,
and then he makes her uncomfortable. Psycho. Why do this to both? Let's not just go April or Don. Let's go, hey, what about both the characters are getting shafted, and you guys are just arguing petty fights, and not trying to be like, okay, they were both done dirty.
right.
You couldn't. I don't know what the consensus was during the airtime of this, if they felt that way about April. But man, maybe most of these guys were kiddies at this point. But man, once again, it's like, okay, now you're grown, now you got an issue, take it up with the writers. Maybe don't send them like mail or something. That's annoying. But man, if you have to do anything like post online about the writers, about your issues, not the characters.
Like, it's crazy that people will like blame the characters as if they personally like offended them.
When you like give these guys so much life, too much credit or life, I don't know what I'm looking for, but guys, they're not real. Maybe take up one of the traits of Zero. Maybe don't look at them too much as like real people. Don't go overboard. But they are characters, and there are reasons why they act like this. Is because someone wrote them like this,
Right.
and someone went wrong with the character. I personally, at this point, I'm just like, now that we've written our own universe, I'm just like, it feels like there's a version, like one true version of the character, and then we just kind of meander until we get to the closest version to that. It feels like the writers of TMNT kind of went a little wayside.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that's the true character.
I don't think that's what April was trying to be.
No. Girl.
Okay, this was just uncomfortable to just like read.
No, I had to pause. I was like, what? What the heck? Without this. What? Take that up with the writers and the camera director, man. They're sexualizing a freaking 16, 15-year-old.
Right, like, come on.
What? Why are you victim blaming?
Victim blaming.
If this was truly, okay, you treat April like such a real person with like true agency, not like a fictional character with like writing or whatever. Okay, let's pretend she's a real character. She's a real person. There's a camera director pointing the camera there, framing the character like this for, I don't know, supposedly the male fans or whatever they think to Google at. Why are you blaming April? Damn, she's not like takes camera,
Right.
and moves to her butt.
Dude, do you think she wants this? Well, this person would say yes. She wants attention.
When Casey straight up groped her, she was like, "Are you serious? Really? What? Who asks? Who asks for that? Oh my god." That's great. And embrace Casey, thoughtless on how his heart cries.
Oh boy.
Casey, the poor sensitive guy.
You really are a Donnie fan.
He's just a lovesick puppy.
My gosh.
If he asks how you feel, hoping to find some sense, you'll tilt your head and say, "We're nothing more than friends."
Is that how they think April talks too?
We're nothing more than friends. I can't do her voice.
We're nothing more than friends.
April, you hurt me so.
April!
Oh my gosh, what the heck? I didn't feel bad about hurting him.
Oh, that reminds me, I found this one Tumblr post on like how Donnie and Casey would react to a breakup from April. And it was actually so freaking accurate. I need to send it to you.
Please do. Oh my god. Finally. Oh,
Finally some good content.
Right. I feel bad about hurting him. Well, that's Casey's problem. Why should she feel bad?
Well, you guys are the ones who want her to be clear with her feelings.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And then when she is, she's like, but you're hurting their feelings.
what do you want? And peck him on the lips. April.
Someone's going to get hurt, inevitably.
Mm-hmm.
That's why love triangles are just not inherently fun.
Right. Oh, gosh. Play like this. No, that ending. That's right. Better book a doctor's appointment because you just got burned. What?
3rd degree burns. Ouch! Ouch!
By the rose of the unholiest thorns. That's your username?
Oh, I think so, Rosa.
Rose of the unholiest thorns.
You really thought you did something. I'm sorry, I don't want to be mean, but like...
Cause like, this is more than what I can do, but still, you really thought you ate with this? Bro was not eating. Bro was not cooking. Bro was cooking an empty pot. Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
Bro's burning the water. Yeah, no, like
Yeah, you had no problem dropping the B line, or the B word there.
Humor. Where's the humor in this?
There was nothing funny about this.
O'Neill. Here's the deal. No, really. Can someone put in the discussion?
What do the comments say? No, that was the best thing ever.
Clap, clap, clap.
No!
Clap, clap, clap. Wait, what? She is overall uninterested. What?
Oh, whoa, you're up for doing it for Karai too?
Actually, I would like that.
I would like that. I would actually like that. Hold up. You might be cooking after all.
You might be cooking.
Whoa, you did not just call her that.
Hey, hold your horses. Oh my god.
Whoa!
Hey, let's not do that.
Not the winky face.
Not winky face. Oh my god, that's a winky face. You're so mean. Am I just sensitive? You're so mean.
Am I, like, right? This is, like, when I have to question myself. Like, I know April's not a real character, but, like...
Even jokingly, I'm just like, that's so mean. I would never use that in a joke. Oh my god.
Right?
That's, like, wild escalation. I can't even... Oh, you just dropped it out of nowhere. This person just said, love this. April sucks. Law. Heh, thank you. Yeah, she does. Little.
Whoa!
Whoa! Oh, gosh. Fella April hater. What? And this is why I made my character Thorn, the opposite of April. She's gonna treat Donnie right. I hope so. He deserves a nice girl.
Heart.
No, he doesn't.
Does he?
No, he doesn't.
Does he, guys?
Took like 2 years. Exaggerate roast to make it more hurtful.
I love the reply. I know. There's something so funny about that.
She doesn't have stuff even a bottle? What does that even mean?
Why do you guys sound so old?
Stuff a bottle. Now I'm just like imagining a bunch of like 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds just gang up on this friggin'. she doesn't even happen. That just sounds like Donnie.
No, but that one TikToker though. So there are people like that out there.
You're 30. You're 30. I'm gonna assume you're like well into your career by now. Maybe even going on to do some more things, because life doesn't stop at 30, of course. Of course, you're like free to just indulge your interests. No judgment. Heck. But
Look at what we're doing right now.
yeah, I know, right? So it's like, heck, this. But it's like, dang. You, as much as I hate a character, I'm just like, I'll even give him the time of day. Case in point, Casey. Karai literally wrote her to be like bare plot device.
Yeah.
That's
I can't
it.
even call her a character, man.
I should have didn't even draw her face. I just drew her in the fractured memories, because that's all she deserves. Because there's no cool moment for. I didn't even draw her, and I was debating on drawing her with the helmet on, but I'm just like, first of all, she'll look stupid. Second of all, not important.
Right.
This moment isn't about her. It's about Nina.
Oof.
Yeah. But anyway, and then Casey. Well, I'm just like, dang. I just can't deal with this dude.
Right. The most I can handle him is when he's cackling in the background,
Right.
being unobtrusive.
That drawing took me a maximum of 1 minute. That's all I can stand. Then you, Casey, I can put some more time into that.
Right.
Because that character has somewhere to go. And it's not annoying.
Right.
That your mileage may vary, but mine stops at Casey, apparently. Oh, gosh. F April.
I love how you can't use the F word, but you use the B word in your handle.
Love that. Okay. Wow, this is such 2018 writing, though. I'm like being flashed back into the time capsule. No, did you do one for
I don't.
Leo?
I
Or not
think
Karai?
I think I looked. I didn't think I found anything.
Oh,
I
no.
love
Are
the
you
profile.
yeah. Are you a fan of Bayverse rap?
Ooh yeah.
Ah.
Ooh, we got Donnie too. Paper's Donnie rated M.
I don't think I want it. I don't think I want to entertain that. A complete.
Oh wait, I've read some of this person's stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's you. It's you.
It's them.
Yeah, I read that the sick reader, the mental conditions one, because I wanted to see if they handled these mental conditions with like realism and grace and well, if you're looking for any of that, you're probably not gonna find it.
Uh-oh.
It's like I
Book.
can't say they do anything like egregious. They just handle it like the typical fan fiction way.
This ain't real. I wish I could show like a screenshot right now, but
We
this ain't real.
probably will when we edit this.
Yeah.
Just so like other people know what we're seeing.
This can't be real. Well, first of all, it's on the sick reader scenario things, mental conditions trigger comfort. It's just a freaking stock photo with the worst text formatting I've ever seen in my life. I feel like the Donnie jumped out there. Holy crap.
And like I want to give credit where credit is due. Like I get the point. Like you want to provide like comfort to people, maybe comfort to yourself.
Right.
But like you can't solve mental problems with relationships.
No, that really Lord.
And like I said, like this author doesn't even do anything egregious beyond how fanfiction normally handles these issues, which is like everything can be fixed if you just kiss me or something, or as long as I am there for you.
Some of these I'm just like, oof, yo, you are really, because some of these are like sensitive issues. I'm talking real sensitive, like insomnia, anxiety. I think anxiety and depression at this point slots into the pretty much widely accepted. No one's gonna really. I don't even know what I'm looking for here, but it's not like sensitive. You're not gonna like do too much harm, like perpetuating more negative stereotypes or even hurt someone even more. But some of these other conditions, it's first of all heavily stigmatized. You add anything to that, add relationships to that, portray it wrong, you're getting some hot water, buddy.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess, like, from what I've read, the portrayal isn't... Like, I can't say much about the portrayal either because I don't have a lot of experience with, like, any of this stuff. But I guess my problem was more just that you're perpetuating the idea that, like, if only you just had someone there who understood you.
Oh, but what if they're not there? I know it's nice to think is like, what if you had that one person who becomes your partner for life? That's such a nice thought. But like statistically, it's like relationships could be temporary. And you don't want that temporariness, especially when you're like dealing with some fragile stuff like this. You don't want that temporary. You need something stable, and the best way to do that is gain that stability in yourself, because you're never gonna leave yourself. That part is pretty much always gonna stay there. If you can gain stability and gain some sense in just like a stable sense of self in that.
Like, I was reading the eating disorder one. It was like very disconcerting because the reader in that one just like would not seek help, even when she was like dying, like emaciated, like.
Oh, we're going that far?
Yeah.
Oh.
But like she refused to seek help. And then it was only when, like, things got, like, bad, like, on the verge, then she finally accepted help. And then, like, it was actually, like, it was so depressing. I have no idea how you find, like, comfort in this, because, like, I was the Mikey one that I remember most, the Mikey eating disorder one. And, like, Mikey was just, like, crying the whole time, like, begging me, like, please, please, I'm begging you, I just want to hold you. Like, I was, like, low-key feeling bad for Mikey.
Heck, I feel like if I'm a baby someday, I'm gonna feel horrible. Good gosh. It's like, now that you get into that part, it's also like the other person. Okay, so you're pretty much gonna treat your partner like the treatment for whatever problem you're dealing with, but what about your partner? They're not some, like, robot, some, like, care assistant that can just give and give and give.
Mikey was literally having, like, a mental breakdown, and his brothers had to, like, comfort him. Be like, it's okay, Mikey.
We got a second victim. What the heck?
And that one was particularly egregious because Reader dragged Raph into it too, because like Reader wanted to lose weight, so they had Raph like train with her, but like obviously Reader wasn't truthful about the real reason. No. So then when Raph learns, he feels like so guilty, and I'm like,
this is what I mean. It's like, bro, you can't be dragging people. The best relationships usually only last when you're stable, healthy, and just you're looking for more enrichment in your life and someone to make you better, not to make you complete, not to fix you. Never that. That is like number one recipe for absolute disaster. Oh my, that sounds awful.
Yeah. Ugh. Like, and like I'm just like, where's the comfort?
Yeah, no, personally I don't think I can read that. Ooh, not now. I'm happy.
No, yeah, it was rough, man. I'm like,
I'm gonna have to be in a really happy place to do it, because I'm like a little concerned for people who actually are experiencing any of these and they're looking for comfort. I guess that's why it's tagged trigger too, but
I thought it was supposed to be like comfort for eating disorder. Like it says right there, comfort for eating disorder.
Right, so it's like mainly comfort, and if you can handle the topic being discussed is the trigger, is what I thought.
But like, honestly, this sort of thing has the danger to like send you right back into that spiral.
That's what it sounds like from what I'm hearing. I'm just like, dang.
They go really in detail on how like Reader acquires it. It was a little too in detail, and like honestly, like I can't say I've ever had an eating disorder, but my brain tends to spiral when I like watch like that eating content and like optimization or just like how many calories. Like I will find myself obsessing over that stuff if I immerse myself in that content.
Dude, for real, my only saving grace is that I'm too lazy to keep up a routine.
Right.
That's the only reason why. But the thing is, anorexia and like all these other things dealing with body image, eating disorders, all that, it doesn't just start in the body when you start like counting calories. It starts straight up in the brain.
Right.
When you develop a compulsion to keep like track of this and like this thing, it poisons your mind.
And you start obsessing over it, and it takes over your life.
Right. Even if you're not adhering to the routine, you'll probably still feel the anxiety of like, I'm not doing anything.
Right.
And then you look at yourself just like, dang.
And like obviously, like if you have an eating disorder, sometimes body dysmorphia is a part of that. So you like even when you try and look in the mirror with an objective lens, you can't because your brain is perceiving something else. Like, you see yourself as bigger than you are.
Right.
Like, you see yourself differently.
Right. And oh my, this is something you're gonna have to go through. With a licensed professional, they are literally trained to deal with this. They are people who are, I'm gonna assume, emotionally stable enough because they've gone through all the training, they know all the procedures. It's a little clinical, but they are your probably number one. They are your number one support for stuff like this.
Right, and like the thing I remember about that one too is that so much of it was spent on the spiral. There was like a small paragraph dedicated to like reader goes to the hospital and gets better. That's pretty much what happens. Like they don't detail like reader has to like be on an IV or like has to be on a tube. Reader straight up probably can't eat on her own for a while. Like we don't go through any of that like tough recovery process because the recovery is tough. It's not always pretty. I hear in some cases that like, cause like imagine like you're recovering from an eating disorder, you have to feel yourself gaining weight again.
Yeah.
That cannot be easy on your brain.
No. Which is why they probably have to like pair therapists with this kind of stuff. Ugh.
Which they do.
Yeah. Ugh. And I can't imagine. For some people, I'm gonna assume there's definitely a lot of people out there not comfortable with stuff like this. I don't know, just cause. Well, shoot. It's uncomfortable trying to go for help for stuff like this, where it's like intimately involved with.
Reader didn't even ask for help. She like fainted in front of everyone and went into like cardiac arrest, and then had to be helped.
Cardiac arrest?
I think so.
Girl.
I don't want to go back and check, but
no, you know. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah.
Yeah.
Hearing about this, I'm just like.
and that's what I mean. Like, it had to get to that point.
But then it's like you could sustain some other type of trauma for getting dragged to the hospital and force fed, pretty much, or like forced to gain a healthy weight through some regimen.
No, but I think even after like Reader goes through her whole ideal, she just stops visiting the lair. She's like, they're gonna make me eat. I'm not going down there.
What?
Like it finally got to the point where like Reader was like laid up in the bed of her room, and Mikey was like, please, please, please. I can't. Okay, the writing for Mikey's monologue was low-key funny because like it was low-key funny because I do remember Mikey was like pleading with this girl, but then they like had like interspersed with like the sniff. Like they actually wrote out the sniff.
No.
I'm like,
no,
oh, I
the
can't.
asterisk.
Yes.
No.
I'm like, I can't take that seriously.
What in the roleplay? No. Oh my god! Like as he is, like, he sniffles a bit.
No.
One sentence.
Like,
Sniffles.
or like, baby, please sniff.
Baby,
Like
please.
something like that. I don't remember.
I'm not supposed to take it seriously. Oh my god. Oh, I can't look. Not. Oh, well, first of all, this is probably not the Mikey I have in my brain. It's probably like Baver's Mikey.
I think it's Bayverse.
Yeah, so it probably sounds different, but also like Baver's. Wow, Baver's Mikey. Baby, please.
Baby cakes. Angel cakes, I don't remember.
Oh, something like that. Ah! Oh, Lord.
Yeah, the Mikey one was the You Look Beautiful. That one. Like, there's some, like, serious topics here, though.
Yeah, no, like, holy crap. Oh my god.
They got a rap one, too. I read that one, too.
Wait, there's more? Am I not scrolling far enough?
There was a Rav Bulimia one.
Let me see if I can use my mouse. So you're different than most girls.
That's Turner syndrome.
I
yes, here's the Rav one. Yeah.
How's that one?
That one is not, it's just not, in general, it's not as memorable to me as the Mikey one.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh, you went through all of them?
I didn't go through all of them. I went through a couple.
I see.
Because there were some I'm just like, I
don't know. No. Yeah.
But yeah, Raph's was like, from what I can remember, it gets to the point where like, she's like throwing up in the lair.
Oh.
And then Raph drags her to Donnie.
Oh. Why Donnie?
Well, Donnie's the medic.
Oh. Of course. Like, he's licensed to treat this.
Right.
It's not even, like I said before, just like for that, it's also part of the eating disorder. It's not completely a physical disorder. It's also mental.
Mental is like a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, no. What do you think Donnie Boy's gonna do about that when what I remember was, wow, you guys are horrible at communicating and just resolving issues.
Which was, from what I remember, especially about the Vaver's turtles, that's literally like their
All
their
I-
conflicts 99% of the time.
Yeah, all I remember is the freaking like fight they had where they were just shouting at each other. I'm like,
Right. They were all just going for each other. I'm like,
dude, no. Well, you should.
you're gonna trust the Bavers teenagers for this?
Teenagers. Damn.
They're all still in high school, by the way.
do
Wyan
have-
went to high school in one of them.
Oh, I have to remember the freaking teenagers. Why am I here? I kind of just clicked without really thinking. Oh, sorry, I burned my eyes. Every single time, I'm just like, wow, okay, buddy. Well,
That was an adventure.
April Rat, first one down. Woo! That felt like that took an eternity.
How long is the recording right now?
Right now. Hey guys, checking in. We
50
are
minutes.
We are almost at the 100 mark. Yippee! Oh, we're gonna go relay another one.
Do we got time for one more, guys?
What time is it? 4 or 5? The night is still young, I
Depending on how long it is, we can at least start it.
guess.
Okay, I will go back to my random number generator.
Yes. Break time. It's going.
Okay, cool. I can probably take this one
Okay.
since you so graciously took the other one.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, Little Hounds of Blood and Rank by Hot Milky Tea on fanfiction.net. And I'll take a look at the author's note. Because the breakdown of Leo and Donnie's brotherhood in the show is actually kind of devastating. That was the line that made me drop it in my list.
Ah. Okay.
Said after the fourfold trap, at the end of season 3. We're all familiar with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's after Donnie's phone finally buzzes its way off the couch and clatters loudly on the pit floor that Leo finally sighs and gets up to just give it to him instead of Raph's old faithful method of, not my problem. Raph, who mutters, finally, as Leo nudges his beanbag with his foot before clambering over the couch and up towards the lab. Leo is a ninja, and yes, he understands that he and his brothers have a sacred trust not to go snooping through each other's rooms, or snack stashes, or browser histories, but Donnie's phone is in his hand, and it's vibrating again, and the screen has helpfully lit up, so of course Leo takes a look. He would never dream of reading any more than the message preview. He's really not that kind of a jerk.
He's not, guys.
But I can't help but wonder if the author's being sarcastic here.
Who knows?
Right, but he's still surprised to see Donnie's screen flashing with Jones 4 messages instead of a message from April.
Oh.
Okay, where's this going?
Uh.
For all Donnie is a marvel of zero tact, capital,
Uh-huh.
Leo is always impressed that in Donnie's phone, April is just April, not Princess Chinchilla.
Princess Chinchilla?
Or,
Precious little murder Albergine?
what even is that?
I don't know what that is.
Hold
Gonna
up.
Pause for a quick hello.
I don't think fanfiction lets you highlight.
My goodness. Guys, what is that? Eggplant?
Well, what?
Wait, hold on. Eggplant?
I mean, do you really put it past Donnie?
This is little precious little murder Albergine. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Or whatever nickname Donnie's embarrassed himself with that week. So far, this is a pretty solid view of Donnie. But I have a feeling this is going to be one of those fics where, like, our worldview is rocked. Donnie's actually not like that at all.
Oh.
Leo was just... He just has this completely warped perception of Donnie.
No.
Oh, boy. That's my prediction. Okay, the lab door is closed over, but Leo nudges it open with the edge of his shell, knocking a knuckle against the frame. Donnie doesn't pay Leo any attention, but Leo is a ninja, as you've mentioned twice already, and so is Donnie. Donnie knows he's here. He's just busy. Hey, Donnie, Leo says, leaning against the door. Message for you. Donnie looks up from where he's sweeping, then holds up a hand. Leo tosses the phone, and Donnie catches it, snatching it out of the air. It's not as precise as Leo would like, but it's been a long day, and he can give Donnie a break on this one thing. Wait, whoa.
Why is there a little, like, there's supposed to be, like, an image here?
Or maybe is it just like a really big break? Also, wait, I have a problem with that line.
Which one?
What do you mean? Why is Leo nitpicking this?
Nitpicking?
Like, Leo tosses the phone,
Oh.
Donnie doesn't
Oh, I
catch
see.
it. Why is he nitpicking
Yeah, no, I
this?
see what you mean. No, he's not like a trainee nut so much he would just like criticizing Donnie's movements. Oh, it's not moving precisely at like.
As long as it gets the job done in Leo's book, I think he's fine.
Right. They're not training, guys. Okay. So we can give Donnie a break on this one thing, insinuating he does this all the. You're moving wrong. You're walking
Oof.
wrong or something.
I was gonna say, like, at first I was like, this is somewhat in character, but now I'm just like, ooh, you're losing me here.
There's
You're
some
losing me
breaks
here.
in this.
The cracks are forming. I
Uh-oh.
think they were doing that thing where they were trying to be charitable in the beginning, but then like you can clearly see this person does not like Leo.
Oh dear.
Okay, Leo leans back against Mutagen Man's ice tank, smirking. I never thought you two would be friends, with what your shared interests and all. He waits for the obligatory rise out of Donnie, and sure enough, Donnie straightens, the broom stilling in his hands. But that's all he does, so Leo gently nudges the pressure point. You know, April?
I know what you mean, Leo. Donnie says, his voice tight as he thumbs back a reply to Casey. The wrong kind of tight. Oh boy. This is Donnie when he's trying not to snap. When he just wants to be left alone. In the wrong kind of alone. What? Okay. Donnie sieves. Wait, is this still from Leo's perspective?
Yes.
Oh no. And the wrong kind of alone. Donnie sieves just as much as he explodes. And Leo's not interested in the fallout from earlier. Or from either. Who's this?
I think that's still Donnie.
Oh, things change. People grow up.
This is so edgy. That's such an edgy response. Also, Donnie seethes just as much as he explodes.
I mean, yeah, but this is coming from a Leo who's trying to point out every flaw of Donnie. He's trying to scrutinize him so much.
Yeah, and it's like, you're also implying that Donnie bottles things up. And holds grudges like that.
See, just as much. I've heard him like do the threatening tone, but like, not. He doesn't, like you said, he doesn't bottle things up.
If he has a problem with his brothers, he will tell them to their face.
Mm-hmm.
That was displayed in the fourfold trap, in the very episode you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Tristan to follow from. So yeah, they're talking like extended. Okay.
Okay, so, it's not the kind of response Leo had hoped for, and inwardly he sighs, so Donnie's still upset about earlier. They don't have time to indulge Donnie in one of his sulks, but the argument earlier almost got really ugly, and they don't have time for that either. Not while Karai still roams the streets, mutant and alone. She needs to come home. Leo needs to bring her home and give her back to her father. Right now, it's the only hope Karai's got. Are you still mad about earlier? He asks.
Ooh,
Donnie doesn't reply. He starts sweeping again, the lab silent except for the scrape of bristle on concrete and the soft fall of dust. Donnie? Leo prompts again.
It's been a long day, Leo. Just let me clean up.
These sorts of like serious performances like doesn't feel right for the characters. Like
No.
I think it's just also especially I'm so used to just like being so flamboyant as Donnie. Like
I know. But it's like, what? It's been a long day, Leo. Just let me clean up.
Leo chews his cheek, irritated at Donnie's stubbornness, at how he won't just let it go already. Look, he says, swallowing a mouthful of pride. Maybe I was a little harsh earlier, but you can't give up on this, Donnie. You know how much Sensei is counting on this. How much Karai is counting on this.
I know that. Donnie doesn't look at him. Instead, Donnie looks at his clean, freshly washed beakers, all still a little damp from the sink and no remnants that Leo can see of the failed experiments from earlier.
So you'll try again tomorrow?
He means it to be encouraging. Donnie had a lack of faith in himself. Things got hard. He had a little moment of despair. They've all been there, but they get through. They always do. But Donnie doesn't do what Donnie usually does whenever Leo tries to get through his sulks. Donnie should shuffle and smile and say, yeah, I guess. And Leo will herd him out of the lab to do whatever. But it's about a second after Leo says, tomorrow, that Donnie's shoulders tighten. I can't, he says. It's the wrong answer. And Leo tells him as much.
Donnie, you're wrong!
Oh, no. They don't have time for excuses. Karai doesn't have time for excuses. Leo, I can't. Donnie throws a hand out at his desk and a stack of notes that Leo can't bring himself to care about. Those are Donnie's things. Donnie's supposed to do this. He's done it before, so why can't he do it for Karai?
That's what I'm wondering.
Uh-huh. Don't you think I would if I could? There's something wrong with her, Leo. Leo. There's something wrong with her, Leo. This isn't just a normal mutation. I don't know what's happened to her. Maybe it's something about her DNA. Maybe it's something in the mutagen that Shredder threw her in. But until I can figure out what it is that's causing this, I can't fix it.
But you have to keep trying.
Until when, Leo? I'm out of options. When I said to Mikey that this was my last shot, that wasn't this is the last chance because, oh boy, this is gonna work. Go tell the whole family to get in here. This is my last shot. And then I'm stumped and Donnie's phone buzzes again, cutting through whatever Donnie wants to say next. Leo glares at the phone, scooting along Donnie's desk until Donnie picks it up, turning his shoulders to Leo as he swipes his thumb across the screen and half smiles at whatever case he has texted this time. Ah.
Maybe if you weren't texting all the time, you'd have a clue, Leo says dryly. Donnie doesn't fail like this. Not for this long. Donnie sees a problem and he digs into it, and he fixes it. And maybe he doesn't always fix it in the way Leo would like, but he does it. That's his job. Donnie cured all of New York. Donnie cured Mikey, and Mikey cured Donnie. We're really gonna call it that, but okay. There are ways and methods of reversing mutation. There's no way that Donnie can't just not know how to cure Karai. Donnie's not doing his job, and maybe this is why. Donnie's busy talking to Casey. Donnie's busy talking to April.
I'm sorry I'm taking 30 seconds out of the past 48 hours to talk to our friends, Donnie snits, and the sheer disobedience boils Leo's gut. Donnie used to fall in line, but there's been a malignant, rebellious strain in Donnie since long before the evacuation to Northampton. Looking back, Leo can see where it's only gotten worse, not better.
Malignant, rebellious strain? What interesting word choice you're using here.
Yeah, like some kind of virus?
Yeah.
Okay, but maybe it's always been there. What? What is that?
I think that was a flashback.
Oh.
Like, I think Donnie's previous dialogue maybe in an episode or something.
Let's see. Well, I'm going. It's always been there.
Karai needs to be cured. She's out there, and Shredder's looking for her. She's losing her mind, Donnie.
Don't you think I know that?
I don't think you care. Not enough, Donnie, or you wouldn't want to give up on her like this.
Okay. Donnie says and points to the door. You can leave now.
Why? Because I'm right? Leo asks, ducking his head like he's ready for a fight. Anger spreading through his chest and arms like it always does when he's right, and furious to be so. It's the only answer he can think of. Donnie hates Karai. He's never seen the good in Karai like Leo has. You never liked her, Donnie. You never trusted her.
No, I didn't. Donnie snaps back. There was that whole trying to kill us thing. That's a little hard to get past. But, he interrupts Leo before Leo can jump in. You know who I do like and who I do trust? Master Splinter. You think I'm what? Dang.
Okay, I'm not saying he doesn't like him, but do you trust him? Do you trust him, Donnie?
I doubt that will even the canon. Oh gosh. You think I'm screwing this up on purpose over some grudge? If I had enough retromutagen to cure every single one of Shredder's goon squad, I'd do it.
Would you?
You sure did for Timothy!
He doesn't even by the end of the series.
Dude.
He doesn't even cure them all by the end of the series. What do you mean?
Alright. I do it! Because it's the right thing to do. So you really think that I would let our father's daughters suffer like this because I don't like her?
I don't like her snips out in the snottiest, most obnoxious mimic Donnie has ever managed mid-argument, and Leo wants to stuff those words back up his nose.
Oh, is it? I don't like her.
Is that Leo's imitation of Donnie?
Dang. Then you need to get out of my lab, Leo, before I do something we'll both regret.
Is that a threat?
Huh.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Donnie either. But I don't know. Okay. Leo doesn't, but it's only self-preservation that stops himself from calling Donnie over-dramatic. Good on you, Leo, because I would have been killed by now.
That was me so emo. What was that in the beginning?
Okay, so if you want to cure her, what's stopping you? He genuinely means that as a question. What's blocking Donnie? If it's something Krang, they can break into TCRI again. If it's something Shredder, they can break into the old church and hold Baxter Stockman down by his wings until he screams the answer. But Donnie bridles, his shoulders tightening and his hands clenching. He takes one slow breath, then another, and then when he speaks, it's icily cold.
I'm smart, Leo. don't think the rest of you understand just how smart I am.
Oh gosh, what is this emo-ness?
I know.
No, Leo counters. I think we do. We've kind of known you're some kind of super genius since we were 4. What's your point?
My point is that it took me almost a year to make retromutagen, and that was just with the stuff we had to hand. Now, it turns out that the Krang have a whole herd of monsters making it. So it's not just a standardized chemical compound, and Shredder's buying it in bulk to try and make his own mutants. And I don't know if there's anything they're adding as part of the process because, funnily enough, Karai didn't hang over a handy little sample for me to keep before she splat acid in Raph's eyes.
Didn't you guys make the retromutagen in bulk, though?
I thought they did.
When you cured New York?
Took
You
me
guys
almost
literally
a
referenced
year.
that in the fic.
Yeah,
So I
what
thought
the-
resources weren't a problem anymore.
It's not a standard.
And
What?
and also I'd like to point out that Donnie in canon, even before they knew about the retro mutagen, like the bulk way of making it, he said like, okay, this is only enough for like 2 doses. But when they were curing April's dad, it didn't take the whole entire dose to cure April's dad. It took 1 singular drop.
I know, which is crazy to me. I was like, what?
So when Donnie says it was enough for 2 doses, I don't think that's accurate. I think he thought it was enough for 2 doses. But in actuality, if they only need like a drop,
That would have been plenty for like a good portion of the city or whatever.
yeah, Karai, heck, the rest of the villains, at this point I feel like it's understood that they're not going to do it because they're villains and Donnie's not that altruistic. No matter what this fic seems to think.
Man, this is Leo. Well, the Leo hate has fully just been unveiled. This is kind of snobby.
This is my pain of reading some fan fiction. Like, oh gosh, everyone's so out of character just to push your agenda.
I don't know. It's like the thing with writing where I'm just like, if I were to ever write characters, I need to read stuff out loud. Because if this is how it sounds out loud, I'm just like, buddy.
My gosh,
Read
and like
this.
the way they're portraying as Leo as this insidious, over controlling character too, which is just not accurate to his portrayal in canon.
No, he's constantly taking on stuff. All this stuff.
Right.
Goodness.
Okay, so there's spit in the deeply lined corners of Donnie's mouth, little bubbles of angry froth. And what, does he have rabies?
I know.
Oh my gosh, ew.
Dang.
I didn't even realize what I was reading. And Leo can see nothing of his brother in the twisted, ugly green face.
Hey! Hey!
Sorry, Donnie, it's not me. I swear.
Popcorn a kettle black.
Hey, that was mean. In the twisted, ugly green face in front of him, except he can see all of Donnie. All of Donnie's miserable.
What's the deal? What's the dealio?
I'm sorry, Donnie. This isn't me.
What?
I would never say this from you.
This isn't me either. I'm so handsome.
I love it. That's what he's concerned about. Well, I think you're the ugliest creature on the planet. I'm clearly the handsomest of the bunch.
Yeah, you're dreaming.
All of Donnie's miserable, desperate failures. I can't stop laughing, but none of them reach him or reach past the tight ball in Leo's own chest of his own problems, his own issues, his own failings. I love how you don't go into Leo's issues and failings. It's all about Donnie, even when it's from Leo's POV. Nothing Donnie can say will change the fact that they're failing Karai, failing Splinter.
I'm flying blind here. I've got nothing aside from all the science I used for the first batch that isn't working anymore, and I can't figure out why. So you feel bad, Leo. All you're doing is moping around and giving the orders. Me? I've got about 3 hours of sleep the other night, and then Mikey comes in here again asking what I'm doing, even though I asked him to stay out. And then he goes and drags the whole family here to watch. And I still had to look Splinter in the eyes when it failed. And you feel bad, Leo. You. Really. Look around.
Leo doesn't. But that doesn't stop Donnie from waving at the giant frozen vat that used to be the pulverizer, or the life-hacked mini-fridge covered in padlocks, icicles clinging to the chains around it, and the Mikey do not eat sign duct taped to the door.
You don't know anything. Donnie's voice is almost a hiss.
You're turning into a snake, too?
How the hell? What the heck?
You don't know anything.
That like hit the subwoofers. What the?
You're the
or sensei or screwing up. Me? Oh, I've got a whole list.
Once again, I'd like to point out, Donnie never cures the pulverizer, not once in the series, not even like 30 years later into the apocalypse. Timothy is dead by then. And also, I love Donnie just tossing around like, who's got the bigger burden here? I love Donnie playing this who's got the bigger burden game. Don't you love that?
So fun. Gosh.
So does Leo. I guess like this fic has pointed out, so does Leo, a long litany since that first night topside. They might actually be the same list. But Leo doesn't ask Donnie to compare, like a good brother would. Instead, he stares his brother down, waiting for the storm to pass.
You know what would have been nice? Donnie asked after a long minute. His voice this time is calm. Sad. He rests his chin on top of the broom handle, and from this angle, Leo can see the miserable little smile on Donnie's face.
He's not angry, he's just disappointed.
Thanks for trying, Donnie. Better luck next
Why
time.
Why is Donnie's impersonation of Leo like a Kermit voice?
You're so right. No, I know he's a little green guy, but Donnie.
Is this how you see your brother?
Thanks for trying, Donnie.
Hey, I'd say it's accurate. It's not accurate.
Better luck next time. Instead, I got try harder from someone else, from someone who sits outside watching TV and brooding. Donnie looks at him a little helplessly. You never even asked if you could help.
Leo scoffs. How could we help? You just said yourself how super smart you are. If you can't fix this, how can we do anything?
Watch the centrifuge. Donnie snaps. Whip crack fast.
I just
Check
recoiled in like real time. Oh my god.
Check the timers. Help clean up. Count beakers. Mark off milestones. Watch Mikey. Fix the bikes. That's one more thing off my list. Change the oil in the shell razor maybe. And you know what? Even if there was nothing you could do, you could still have just asked. Taken an interest in this cure of your precious Karai instead of just snapping your fingers and expecting me to click my heels and hand it over.
I have several problems with this monologue.
Real.
Several problems. Oh gosh, where to even start? First of all, I think the turtles have all been shown kind of helping out with the shell razor, at least upgrading the party wagon.
They kind of make it a family activity.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing something.
Right, so I don't know where this is coming from. Also, the word choice of precious Karai. So Donnie, you're admitting you don't really care about Karai as a person.
I thought you were so altruistic. You would have cured all of the if you only had all the resources.
Right.
So what's with this? Oh, your cracks. Your cracks showing, Donnie.
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 Also, I don't think Donnie likes working with people. I don't know how else to phrase it.
Watch the centrifuge. I don't.
These are all basic tasks that Donnie.
Check.
The Donnie I know would just be like, oh no, I got it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'll just walk by and then like do that. It's like that.
Right.
Why would I even need someone else to help with it? Watch Mikey.
Again, this low-key parentifying Leo.
Yeah.
Gotta babysit Mikey.
Fix the bike. I don't even know. Wait, hold on. That was a bunch of like simple tasks, and then you just told Leo to fix the bike.
Does he even know how to fix it?
I'm gonna assume they're talking about the
Donnie
motorbike.
Yeah, Donnie, did you even teach anyone how to fix it?
You never let anyone do the lab. How could anyone learn to fix things?
Right, and like I think there's definitely an argument to be made there too. Like, you guys are so busy asking like, oh, why doesn't Leo offer to help? Have you ever considered why Donnie doesn't teach or ask anyone for help?
It's like a chicken egg thing. It's like, Donnie, you never taught them, so they never could help. Also, you kind of put up like a whole, don't help me. I need control over what I'm doing.
He actively kicks his brothers out of the lab. Remember that one comic? Like,
Yeah.
he was actively kicking them out of the lab.
Yeah. Collect my heels and hand it over.
It's a vicious comeback, barbed with every tiny little wish Donnie's never dared to ask for.
Not
I love
out of character.
out of character. This is like one of the clear indications that this is out of character, because like we said before, if Donnie has a problem, he will tell you to your face. We saw this in the fourfold trap. What do you mean? Like, there Donnie was at like his wit's end, and like, oh, like, so he had no problem talking back to Leo. Leo was prepared to snot at whatever Donnie came out with next, rolling his eyes or point out how Donnie's just making excuses, but Donnie's got a point, and Leo hates every single correct word that comes out of his mouth. They could have helped. They all just assumed that Donnie didn't want them around. It's not like he's made them welcome. The lab is Donnie's space, and when Donnie is stressed, he snaps and he mutters and he yells, and something blows up, and it's only Donnie's temper half the time. So you just...
Wait, what? You just justified why you never... What?
But he's right. That's what the... What do you... What? Whoa.
You literally just gave the reason why they don't, because it's Donnie's space. Donnie's stressed because everyone's messing up his space.
And like, to them, their problems when they're just breathing around Donnie.
Mm-hmm.
So why, like, Donnie kicks them out. Why would they ever be like, hey, Donnie, can I help? Donnie, no, because he'll just be annoyed by that.
This isn't just an assumption. It sounds like he's actively, like, made it clear to you. Maybe not explicitly, but, like, this is more than explicitly. It's, like, pretty much, like, stopping around stressed.
Mm-hmm. And you did get one part of Leo's character right, is that he will start blaming himself and just, like, acknowledging, oh, the other person must be right.
Oh, jeez.
That was, like, the only thing you got right.
Right.
Leo watches TV and trains and makes plans. Mikey goes wandering into the lab and skips out 5 minutes later with Donnie screaming behind him. Raph punches his bag a few times. Okay, no, it's way more than a few times, dude.
But he's going through a whole...
I imagine he's going for hours at it.
Right.
But Donnie's the one doing the work. I love how this fic just completely invalidates what everyone else does.
Wow.
I can see you invalidating Mikey. That's the only thing I will give you.
Mm-hmm.
Training and making plans is so important.
It is. Raph also, like, what do you mean punches back? It makes it also sound like a...
He's honing his strength for the team.
Right. Come on now.
What, is Donnie about to go lift some weights?
You know that, man, can't pump any iron. Come on now. So Mikey is... What? So Mikey... I can assume he tries, even if it's out of boredom, he tries to help in some way. Unfortunately, Mikey does what Mikey does, so it's like, oof, Donnie's like, get out of here! But my god. Like you said, watches his off time, he's still training, makes plans, which is the backbone of how everything functions. Donnie's gadgets would do nothing.
Remember the last time Donnie made a plan? Season 2, the invasion? Hey guys, let's all go in my mech. Oopsies, it failed.
Well,
let's just push buttons, guys.
Yeah, well, let's just ignore Leo getting pummeled and ganged on.
No, but like the point is, like, Donnie doesn't come up with the backup plans that you think he would.
No, he doesn't even come up with the main plan. It's just, I'll figure it.
Because, like, the thing about Donnie is that, like, he'll go into a situation genuinely thinking he can do it. And this is something I've noticed, like, when he's defusing a bomb, trying to hack into the crank system, he'll go in there genuinely thinking he can do it. And then, only then, when he actually sees, he's like, oh boy.
Dang.
It's happened several times.
That's just a Donnie thing.
And even then, that honestly is more in favor of how overconfident and arrogant Donnie can be.
I don't think you guys realize how valuable these plans, even if it's just very broad plans and not like very specific, dealing with each one's like strategies. Because they won't follow it, even if you make it like hyper specific. I doubt they'll follow it.
Well, they'll just accuse, oh, you want us to conform.
Oh, you're micromanaging us, Leo. Why don't you let us do our own little thing?
Right, so he's like, danged if he does, danged if he doesn't. Like, he's screwed either way.
Yeah.
And like once again, I was gonna say, like, this narration is actually more of a doc on Donnie's character, because you show that Donnie's completely invalidating what his brothers contribute.
Right. Just the dangest thing. It's so weird watching this like cognitive dissonance just play out, because you're very clearly you're saying pretty much what we're saying, but your support's with Donnie, so you're dunking on Leo. But when you try to write out Leo's point of view, it's pretty much like you're kind of getting to the heart of why Donnie is just not a good team player sometimes.
Right. Like, how can you try and like write a fic that like this is Leo, but end up having Donnie come out worse for it?
Right.
That's crazy to me.
What the heck?
Which, that's what Donnie does. Leo never considered that maybe he didn't want to be doing it. Also, we talked about this. Donnie, he wants to do what he's doing, okay, guys? I feel like there's this huge misconception in the fandom that like Donnie's so overworked, he's doing all this stuff because he doesn't want to. He doesn't have the motivation for it half the time, but it's not that he doesn't want to do it. I'd argue that he likes the mental stimulation.
Right.
And there it is again, an angry wrench in his chest. How can Donnie not want to be doing this work, knowing how much they're all relying on him?
Out of character.
Yeah. Once again, they'd be... Honestly, this would probably be more what I'm thinking, and yes, you can call me horrible and abusive. But this just proves how better of a person Leo is than I am. Because if I was this 15-year-old leader with all this stress, and Donnie was pouring this emotional outburst on me that I didn't ask for this. Really? I would also be like, Donnie, we're relying, how could you not want to do this? Donnie, please. Right. Donnie!
We're all emotionally invested. Why are you like this, bro?
Cause that would be what I would think.
Right.
And then the whole fandom would be like, I'm a slave driver, I'm terrible.
Okay then. I'm gonna rule with an iron fist. It's 1942, God. No, I'm kidding. But oh my God. I don't have the patience for stuff like this when stuff needs to get done, when lives are on the line. I would be so freaking worried that I would temporarily just not give them rights. Just do what I ask. I don't even care if you hate me. This is for the better of just overall.
Right.
You'll understand in the future.
Hate me all you want, guys.
Right.
I don't care. And like I said, this is just a testament to how good Leo is. That he probably, if Donnie were to like outpour onto him like this, he probably would be like, oh, Donnie, what's wrong? Like, I think first of all, he'd be able to sense that there's something seriously wrong with Donnie. He's been bottling up this whole time, clearly. And he'd be like, Donnie, do we need to talk? Like,
yeah. That's Leo.
That's the Leo I have in my head. Now, if Donnie was doing this in the middle of a mission, then Leo would be frustrated. Right. But it's because it's during their downtime.
During the downtime, Leo has infinite patience, bro. Like,
right.
A little too much.
Yeah.
He would go in with such a pacifist. Even when Donnie was like spitting vitriol at him, I think he'd just like, dang, what did I do? Donnie want to talk about it?
Right. And
then he'll keep yelling at him, probably.
Well, Donnie would take that as an invitation. Like, as an invitation, like, yeah, I want to keep talking about it.
Okay.
Leo bites the inside of his cheek.
So.
I'm scared.
So, you know why Jones and I are friends? Donnie laughs once. It's cold and it's mean. Because the day after Speed Demon, he was the only one. Wait, what?
Remember that Speed Demon episode?
Yeah, no, I was like, did I mess up the timeline or something? The fort?
So this is after the Fourful Trap. That was still season 3. That was after they came back to New York.
Okay. I don't know why I was placing it way earlier. Because the day after Speed Demon, he was the one who came out the barn with a tub of wax for where I had spark plugs through my shell, even though we kind of hated each other. And he and April are the two people who just asked me, how's it going? Without saying, do it better. Oh, sorry, do it better.
I can't believe you're using Casey as like an example of exemplary behavior. This is how Donnie wants them to act. You're using Casey?
What?
Because I have to believe that I feel like, okay, Casey and Donnie were aligned that episode with that shared goal, that shared interest. If Donnie was slacking, Casey would be like, I'm doing this by myself.
Like they're kind of run from the same cloth. We're just like, if the goal's online with what we're doing, they're gonna head full force into that direction, and they won't really cross each other because they're all heading towards the same thing. But God forbid if any of their goals cross, they could bump heads like crazy.
Absolutely. Also, this dialogue, it feels like so unnatural because like it's like, because the day after Speed Demon, it's like you're referring to that episode, but the characters don't know it's an episode, right? So it feels like this person was going through all these episodes, like analyzing it, and then now they're posting their thesis as to like why Leo's a bad brother the day after the Speed Demon episode. Also, wait, this is just fanon, isn't it?
What is it?
The day after Speed Demon, the day after the Speed Demon thing.
Yeah, he was the one who came out the part with the tub of wax. I was like, I don't remember this. I'm gonna straight up assume this is like
This is fanon. You were making stuff up.
Well, yeah.
To make Casey look better.
That's crazy.
You didn't even. I thought they took. stuff from the episode, because there was stuff from the episode. There was this nice moment where they were like working together, and like Casey brings in this like energy drink for Donnie and himself, and they like chug it down. I'm like, oh, that was a nice moment. I thought they were like pulling from the actual episode.
No, this isn't in the episode that I can remember. This seems like a pretty significant bit, which is like a couple. Yeah, spark plugs through his shell. No, he was unscathed. He was somehow
fine.
unscathed. I don't know how, but
He was fine, guys.
yeah, no, he was fine. Mikey was the one that kind of got burned because he was trying to touch something, I think. Unless I'm thinking about another episode. Is that the same episode he was trying to touch something on the street? I think that was left by the speed demon.
Yeah, that was Mikey though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's Mikey. I'm just saying he's the only one that almost got
Yeah.
permanently
And even
damaged.
then, I think Donnie or someone slapped his hand away. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's fine. Donnie's fine.
Right.
Double wax. My goodness.
He holds up the phone. Leo can't see the text on screen because Donnie's holding it too far away. He's holding it like way above Leo's head. Like,
Man, Donnie. I was like, Donnie.
ha, ha, bow before my superior. Ha, you can't see this, but aren't you trying to make a point with this? No, yeah, but you can't see what point I'm making. Ha ha.
Well, because your word is invalid. Oh, oh, you just got burned. Better call the doctor.
Ooh. He holds up the phone. Leo can't see the text on screen, but there's enough of it. Trash talking from Casey, probably, and a reply from Donnie of the picture with the cat hanging over the computer monitor that says stop posting. Donnie, you picked the lamest thing for Donnie to send back, too.
Of the picture with the cat? What? Hold on.
I imagine one of those old school memes with, like, the big, bold, white text.
Oh, I was so confused. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't recognize that specific meme, but...
I don't think I do. I was like, what are you talking about? A cat hanging over the computer monitor. But yeah, no, it sounds like the cat has a paw over those, like, not even like laptops. We're talking like those old
desktop monitors.
We're talking like a cube.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay. Oh, where am I?
Casey wanted to know.
Casey wanted to know if I ran out of energy drinks because his dad gets them bulk from Costco in the Queens. And April yelled at me twice last night to go to bed, but hey, electrocution kind of adds +10 to my insomnia roll. What? You played?
In the fourfold trap, he was electrocuted.
Oh, and wow, she has the vocabulary when it comes to bad mazes and mutant jokes. When was the last time you and I talked about? What was the last time you and I talked that wasn't about work? And I mean a real conversation.
Once again, I have several problems with this. You're just making things up. I thought, like, Casey wanted to know if I'd run out of energy drinks, because his dad gets them from bulk. Where is this information coming from?
We know nothing about his dad.
All we know is that he used to be a pro hockey player, and Casey brags about it all the time.
Energy drinks? You talk like he drinks that all the time.
I think we talked about this before too. The nights where Donnie stays up are what I consider to be exceptions to the norm. When he's close to a breakthrough, he won't just stay up for no reason.
I can't see it. It's too much. The circadian rhythm thing. When I found that comic panel, I was like, "That's it. That's him."
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna drink water before bed and go to bed 9 p.m.
Yeah, and he'll actively get mad at you for disrupting it.
Right.
Or, like, interfering with it.
Energy drink. Also, I just personally think it's like, I'm not gonna use any like body enhancers.
Right.
Donnie don't need no enhancements.
He's too prideful for it.
Right. Man, forget Leo being prideful. I feel like Donnie.
Donnie is like the best example on the team of pride, in my opinion.
More than Raph.
Loki. I mean, Raph is definitely up there, but more than Raph.
More than Raph.
Literally, season 2, he thought he could take Krang Prime on with that dinky little mech.
Donnie. What the heck?
And wasted time arguing with Leo about it. Instead of playing it safe. Because he was too prideful. He wanted to show off the mech that he worked so hard on. Mm-hmm. And how cool it was.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You could argue. It was because he was too prideful.
Right. He knew there was, if we really look at it, there was no benefit to the mech. Leo said it wasn't tested. It's too dangerous. Takes up too much power. I don't think he said it takes up too much power.
But it does take up too much power.
Yes. So I'm like, Don, you must have known about this. You must have known about how much power this thing takes up. And you still went ahead with knowing all the demerits.
Right. And then that's like that. That's like one layer of it. But then Donnie starts spouting off like, if I were leader, which is a whole nother level of pride and arrogance.
Bro, stop.
An audacity.
That's crazy. Who was the person in charge of writing Raph's worst moments? Who put him in charge of Donnie?
Right?
Like,
Is this the same person? Like,
dude, I would not be surprised if it was, because I'm like, that sounded right. Like it couldn't right out Raph's mouth.
like low key, I'm not surprised that Leo has some insecurity issues over him being leader, because his brothers undermine it all the dang time.
Yeah, no. Oh my god. They never really. No, they do compliment him, but man, it's just coupled with so many insults along the way. I'm just like,
I'm just like,
doubt.
it's like 2 compliments for every like 10 insults. So I'm like I can more readily name like the insults.
Yeah, it's pretty much something they take for granted.
So if anyone is taken for granted on the team, are we sure it's Donnie?
Buddy, Leo does his thing as a leader, but it's really like hard. I'm like trying to hard pressed to find like any explicit like, Leo, thank you for being there for us, just for doing his job, because honestly, it's a big job to take on. Not after a tragedy. No.
Right.
That's not when. I'm talking just out of nowhere. I can't really.
The one time I remember them complimenting him is after this major victory that Leo handled solo in like the Deadly Venom, when all the guys were like out for the count. They were gone like the whole episode. Leo had to do it single-handedly.
Thanks for carrying. Thanks for soloing.
Thanks, guys.
You can only compliment him when you find moments that are impressive, not when he does stuff that keeps you guys together, because that's boring. That's like
Right.
boring managerial stuff. It's like,
In fact, they consider those moments as Leo's being too controlling.
forget underappreciative. He's just pure not appreciative for that quality.
Right.
Oh gosh. I mean, a real conversation like this, man, is just a hangout. Oh.
And like this is just, at this point, we already knew it's deviated from canon, but this has really deviated from canon.
Really.
The amount of times we see Leo and Donnie in like the pit together, just like in the same room, like we know they definitely talk about stuff
Right.
other than work.
Right. Welp.
Leo can't remember, so he says nothing. Nothing is enough of an answer for Donnie. He presses his mouth together and huffs out a little sigh from his nose before dragging a hand over his face in the way Donnie always does when he's upset and backing down.
Leo, look, it's been a really long day, and all I want to do right now is finish up in here, take a shower, and maybe sleep. Can we talk about Karai some other time? Tomorrow, maybe?
The words fall out of Leo's mouth, clumsy and unrehearsed. Sure, Donnie. Can I help?
Huh.
I have so... Once he asks the issues! Oh, boy.
This is how you're wrapping it up, huh?
Just implying that Leo, like, does nothing.
He learned the lesson through this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was Leo's fault, and he should be better.
And, like, once again, they did get one thing with Leo's character right. Leo ultimately backs down. He's like, he must be right. Donnie must be right.
No.
I can't think of... He must be right. Donnie successfully gaslit Leo. I can't believe it!
No, none of this stuff even happened.
None of it happened! Donnie's lying!
He didn't. You didn't see the text. You assumed.
You assumed!
There's enough of it. Trash talking from Casey. Probably.
And like Donnie straight up lying. Casey wanted to know if I ran out of energy drinks. Lying. April yelled at me twice last night to go to bed. We don't know if that happened.
Delusional.
By then April was in her own house, like fast asleep too.
She actually yelled at me twice last night to go to bed, but you know. Oh, goodness.
And actually, you want to know what? I can see Leo talking Donnie's ear off about mazes and mutants, and Donnie just being like, "Ah, boy, Leo. Please stop talking. Stop talking, man."
You're so right. Ay.
But, like, even then, Donnie likes mazes and mutants, so, like...
He's so into it.
So, I can't even say Donnie would be annoyed. I think they'd both just be, like, rambling on about this nerdy game.
Yeah. I can't even say the others would like get annoyed because I'm like, I think they'd join in if they heard.
Raph would do that thing where he like pretends to be like, yeah, we both did like the lean back, arms crossed, like
He sits himself down at the table, pretends to read a magazine, or just like,
but like he's like eyeing them over the top of his magazine, just like listening in. And then like the minute they say something like wrong, he's like, no.
Raph, when were you there?
Raph, you were here?
Uh-huh.
Hey Raph, you want to join in?
No. My God.
And then Mikey's just like, I don't
get it.
It's too technical for me, man.
What's a knuckle?
And then like Donnie's like, you know nothing, you lower intelligent life form. Leo, let's keep talking.
What the heck? Your costume sucks, Donnie. This ain't no fun.
It does not.
You just picked up a bathroom and spray printed.
I worked hard on those stars. You little whippersnapper. No, but like, I actually, you know what I can see more? I can see Leo and Donnie, like, their conversation is too fast for anyone to keep up with. They're Team Brainiac guys.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to, like, their shared interest. Oh, gosh. You can't stop them.
Dude, I think, I don't know if this is the case with you, but, like, when you start talking to someone for way too long, it's like you sometimes just create certain vocab that no one else understands.
Dude, I could totally see that.
And then it's like, Raph tries to listen and like, what the hell are they speaking?
They're speaking, like, a different language.
In English? What is this?
They're speaking pig Latin. I can see them doing it for fun, though. They spend the whole day talking in pig Latin, and
they had to stop because Raph was so pissed, or Mikey started crying.
I was gonna say they had to stop because Splinter made them stop because like Raph was having another temper tantrum. Mikey's was crying because he can't understand them. Splinter, they're speaking alien language.
Oh my God!
And then you guys never let us have any fun.
Oh, you're so right. I can sooner see that. I want to see that. They won't.
I kind of want to write that.
Dude,
I can totally see this as like a pre-canon fic, like maybe they're like younger, like
yes.
Leo, hey, check this out, pig Latin.
Whoa, what's that?
They dedicate together. Like the whole, not even a whole day. I don't think they need a whole day.
No, I think they just sit there like 20 minutes and like, oh, so these are the actually it might be not even 20 minutes.
Yeah,
but like just 5 minutes just reading through all the stuff. Oh, it's that. Okay, let's try a few rounds. Okay, now we're fluent in pig Latin. Okay.
Oh, and they drive everyone crazy. I can sooner see that than this.
Guys,
they still pull out the pig Latin occasionally.
No, you guys don't understand. Like Leo with each one of his brothers is just so wholesome.
It's so wholesome.
Oh, guys, what the heck?
Right?
He has no ill dude. Like, unfortunately, dude's a little too soft, as in like you said, he backs off too quickly. But that also makes him a character. He's just kind of harmonious with everyone.
Right.
He gets along too well with everyone.
He is the glue that holds the team together. Donnie, imagine what your life would be like if Leo wasn't there. No, because he doesn't think Leo contributes. Or at least this Donnie doesn't. I'd like to think Canon Donnie has learned something.
Please.
Over the seasons, please.
Please, God, I can't take another Raph.
Oh gosh. He expects Donnie to wave him off. A quiet, warm, I know, thanks. I got this. Or maybe, now that Donnie had called Leo on it, to hand him the broom and put him to work. Instead, Donnie sighed, and for a moment, Donnie looked different. Colder, taller, and a long, long way away.
Yeah, Donnie said, and Leo's gut clenched. Close the door after you. Thanks.
I'm scared. That felt like a threat. It felt like Donnie's about to, like, alright, Leo, beating time. Like,
close the door after you. Thanks.
Why do you want to close the door, Donnie?
Close the door, Leo.
No!
Ew! Or just like, close the door, Leo.
Either. Oh, Donnie, what? I'm like, what did Donnie mean by that?
Yeah, right. I hope it just like meant to, I'm probably reading into too much of it.
Me too. Like, maybe they meant like Donnie's gonna sit Leo down and like come up with a laundry list of every little thing that Leo's done wrong in his entire life.
Was I supposed to go like soft on that? Because I went real cold. Because like, well, you said this, colder, taller, a long, long way.
And Leo's gut clenched!
Yeah, clenched!
The fearless leader's gut clenched!
He feels like he's in danger?
From Donnie? I'm
It's not like-
scared.
right? It's not like a close the door after you. Thanks. It's close the door after you. Thanks.
This is what I mean. Donnie, you about to threaten this dude? Like,
Yeah, right.
what are you gonna do?
What do you mean?
You gonna make him participate in an experiment? Alright, Leo, you want that retro mutagen so bad? Why don't we test it out on you?
Uh-huh.
Don't
You
worry, we
wanna
can mutate you back.
He's the one. That's why he double me.
No!
I'm kidding. Oh my god. Oh.
It was Donnie all along!
No, Donnie. The end.
I can't, why would you end it like... No author's notes, nothing to explain yourself.
How dare you?
How dare you?
de-end me? What the? Yo, where are the comments at?
We got some reviews.
I forgot. No.
Good to see Donnie finally standing up for himself.
What?
As if he never has? Did we
Buddy.
watch the same
I
episode?
was gonna say, did we watch the same show?
Right, no, forget the episode. Show?
What the heck?
Donnie's whole shtick is that he doesn't let things bottle up. If he has something, he will let it explode right then and there.
Right.
Oh, it's a crank sweet 16 bird. How am I supposed to know? Or like,
Right?
oh, why didn't you tell me? Oh, well, because I wanted it to fail. Obviously, I didn't know. Like, he yells right then and there.
Yeah. He yells at Leo.
He has no problem yelling at Leo either.
What the heck? Come on now. What is this, Don? What the heck?
Y'all are just watching this unfold like it's some drama, too. You don't consider the serious repercussions that this implies.
Yeah.
That Leo and Donnie's relationship, what this fic implies is that it's so strained that they might not be able to come back. And that's a bad thing.
It sounds
That's really
like-
serious.
I know, it sounds like he completely gave up on it and he's like, okay, whatever, that's what you want to do, fine, but it won't make a difference in my opinion of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now that Donnie spit all this out, that's like really just like rectified his entire like, he's not gonna give him a chance. Gonna give him even a chance for like forgiveness or whatnot. That's it. Just scary. Okay, someone got the scary.
Right. I was scared. Like,
What was that? What was at the end?
like, yeah, Donnie said, and Leo's got clenched. Close the door after you. Thanks.
That's gotta hurt. It's what I call a ginormous ouch. What?
That's what I call a ginormous yikes. Donnie, get away from me.
Right.
If I'm Leo, I'm running. Gah!
Right.
Gah!
Ugh.
But Leo totally deserves it. What do you mean?
What?
How's there
Wait.
such cognitive dissonance like this?
Way to go, Donnie. What? Huh?
What do you mean he's been doing? Yeah, he got the brainworm. Hello?
Yeah.
Big deal? That's a big deal?
Wow.
This is what I mean. You completely disregard anything Leo's ever done.
Mm-hmm. Oh, why is there so much dissing on Leo? What?
Did we watch the same show? Now I have to really have to ask. Did we watch the same show?
Uh-huh. What the heck? Like, at this point, we pretty much got, like, you watched the show from childhood, even with, like, the big memories of it.
And
Then
I started a rewatch of it recently too.
with a critical lens. That's insane to
Right.
me.
But-
And also, yeah.
No, even when I was watching as a child, I never got a sense of any of this.
No. What?
And rewatching, I definitely didn't get the sense.
No. I went in with kind of no expectations. The wrong expectations, maybe, even because, once again, my introduction was such a weird one. Still thought Leo was pretty dang reasonable.
Right.
Mm.
So, like this review too, like, at least Leo's finally gotten the hint, and I hope he'll learn not to be too harsh to his brother in the future. But this is the problem. This fic seems to imply that their relationship is beyond saving. That no matter what Leo does now, like, their relationship is broken. And that's what I think people don't realize about the implications of this fic.
Right? It's not upper management like this person says. What do you mean, upper management?
I have a bone to pick with people who, first of all, don't even understand what upper management does.
What do I do?
As people with experience in managing people, right? Like,
Oh, of course.
It's tougher than you think. Also, Leo is not upper management.
He's not. He's literally their brother.
And it's actually concerning that you compare him to upper management. Because, like, you imply that there's this level of separation between Leo and his brothers, that Leo is held to a different set of expectations than the others.
Right.
Splinter does that enough, guys. We don't need it.
Please.
With this.
Right. Upper management just, like, dehumanizing. Upper management like a department. Not a human. Not a person.
Turtle.
Yeah, not a turtle, not a person.
It's Leo, guys.
Upper management. Like, he's a whole squad. An untouchable squad.
Honestly, with what Leo accomplishes in the show, he might as well be an untouchable squad.
Yeah.
But he's not. That's the thing. He's just Leo.
He's just Leo. He's not infallible. He definitely can take damages, like way too much damage.
He's 15.
He's
just like everyone. Mikey is 15. So is Leo. So is Donnie. They're all 15.
Drop the baby brother shtick. We all know you guys are the same age, pretty much.
Right. That's like so weird. I don't have any experience like being like a quadruplet or anything, but do you guys really lord over like your big brother, little brother? Do you really take your duties that seriously? As like older brother, younger brother?
The only other show I can think of that kind of does this is like Osomatsu-san, but like even then it's like the youngest doesn't take that. He thinks all his brothers are pathetic, and also like this is like barely. This is just for the characters. This is not to. They literally quite break the fourth wall and say this is just all to make us distinct. But no, not like that. They're all freaking grown men. They're all the same age. They pretty much all act the same. They have the same level of experience. Why is this? There's such like a disparity with these guys.
Right.
Oh, stash. My goodness. What? Just because Donnie was, like, showed more emotion? Question mark?
So what? If Leo was freaking out more, if he showed more anxiety and being nervous, then would you guys be more sympathetic? But I feel like the show does enough where you can understand that Leo is anxious, he is scared, but he doesn't show it. In his private moments when Leo is alone, or even with Splinter, only then does he show that vulnerability.
Right, which is really concerning, because he's like the silent type, the one that's always smiling until you realize, oh, he's gone to the far end, and you never were aware of it. That's the people have to watch out for the most. Not watch out for like that.
Right.
Watch out for as in like look out for them.
You need to like make sure you got their back.
Please.
You don't know how much it does to that person, but like just having their back, please.
Right.
It'll take a weight off of their shoulders.
Right. And even better, say it, show it as loud as you can, because
Donnie may not appreciate compliments, and no, guys, I don't think he cares about compliments. All the instances I've noted where someone compliments him, he's always going, yeah, I know.
You're inflating his ego. Stop doing that. I needed to poke holes in that guy's ego, please. I think the one that needs compliments the most, Leo. It's not gonna inflate his ego.
No.
It's only gonna help him up.
I mean, he might like tease you, be like, oh, you guys really like me,
No, but like, no, I want you to hammer into it, like, this is sincerely, I want you to know you're worth it.
When you let Leo know it's not a joke.
Oh, God. Like, I'm just like, but we never get to see that.
Right?
Gosh. Because I'm just like, that reaction also was not sitting well with me. Because Leo's going, oh, he's like low-key brushing it off.
Right. No, Leo. No, Leo. Sit down. Let us compliment bomb you.
You're gonna be scared. It's gonna be mad uncomfortable, but you need this. Come on now, buddy.
It'll be a show of vulnerability for all parties involved, but...
Right? I can't even imagine how Leo would if, like...
I'm, like, thinking about it, but...
It, like, gets to it. Like, genuinely, I can't...
Because, like, I imagine, like... Because, like, I imagine his brothers start complimenting, he's like, ah, yeah, or he's like, ah, you guys really care. But then when they're like, no, we're serious, I can see, like, the smile, like, falling, and he's like...
I feel like he'd be soon like, what's wrong?
Right? Like,
What,
guys, is something wrong?
What, is there something wrong with me?
You guys, am I not being a reliable enough leader?
Right? What, does no one tell you to do this?
Did April pay you to do this?
They soon are gonna see all of those before it's like, oh, I really appreciate that, guys. He might say that, but
I don't know if he'd take it, though. He'd be like, no, I've done something terribly wrong. See all my brothers, they can see the cracks. I'm not being reliable enough for them. That's why they felt the need to compliment me.
Right, they're putting me on this pedestal, and my goodness. It's
What
like
if they're
looking
lying?
through-
What if they're lying to me?
Right? It's like, oh my goodness, I can't. Or it's like, I can't tell them that I'm actually not living up to all their compliments. Don't do this to me, guys. I'm not as good as you think. I'm a horrible person. Imposter syndrome go crazy.
Right.
Oh gosh. But it's all of that before any of this stuff happens.
Right. And then once again, the problem is not that Donnie is underappreciated. That is not the problem.
He's appreciated just enough.
He's fine, guys.
He's really fine.
Also,
Yeah.
I'd like to talk about the fourfold trap. So many people missed the point of this episode. Every single brother was off their game that episode. None of them were working well together as a team. Leo was being a little too demanding, a little too harsh on Donnie. Donnie did not show as much patience as he could have. Not that he ever does, but whatever.
I'm not trying to remember what led up to all that, because it really did feel like an unusual amount of tension. Like, everyone was really on their last strings.
Yeah, and like, Raph was like, why are we even looking for Karai? This is so... And even Mikey was like, getting on Raph's case, like, don't say that, bro. And they were all fighting.
Mikey, too, I'm like...
Especially when you know Mikey... When Mikey is like genuinely mad, like, that's when you know, like, okay, no, everyone is clearly acting off here, like...
Can I look at the what do you look at the transcripts for the episode?
You could just look up the fourfold trap transcript.
I'm like trying to remember, because I'm just like, they were really just really unusually mad at each other.
I think that was one of the things too, like, you gotta invent a conflict for the episode. Let's just make everyone mad at each other. So that was part of it too.
My goodness.
Yeah, we opened that. How's it going? Any luck? It doesn't work. Donnie's frustrated.
And then it starts beginning the year. But he... the heck. Yeah.
Or like, then Donnie brings Raph into it too, like...
Wait, where?
You find the answer! Or what about Raph? I got the answer for you! Karai's a lost cause!
Oh, yeah, where did that come from? You never talk about Raph when it comes to solutions. It's like, Raph's too much of a knuckle musclehead.
Right. Why would he ever think about Raph as a solution?
Yeah, don't say that to April, not the best night.
And then Donnie just ditches.
Wow.
Like, he just completely ignores Leo and just ditches.
Wow. What the heck?
And then, then the whole episode plays out. Forget how they resolve it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Oh, we're still here. Yeah, now they're in the traps. I wonder... Oh, well, I guess their resolution is this whole part where they all have to work together to survive.
I never even registered that as a resolution. Because that was so high tension.
Right.
And to me, that always needs a conversation. Because you're not going to let that hang in the air. But I guess this is enough for you guys? Are you kidding me?
Well, this is one of the things, like, because it's an action show, like, this is how they typically resolve conflicts, right?
What? But maybe after the fight?
Right, and so,
Just
like,
a word?
I would agree, like, maybe you need a conversation after, but I don't think you need a whole dressing down like that.
No, not that.
And like, also, that fic seems to imply it's been a long-going problem even since the farmhouse arc. Remember the farmhouse arc, Donnie, where your brother was knocked into a coma and dealing with his own problems? Donnie.
No. Yeah.
Oh, well, we got some Splinter Karai stuff. Yeah, they don't really talk about it. It's more just like, well, we failed to get Karai again.
You know.
But never lose hope, guys.
That's how so I ended on freaking Karai as an issue rather than that.
Right.
What the gosh.
A conversation would needed to be had, but not the conversation you guys think needed to happen.
No wonder that one felt weird. In my mind, they never resolved it because it ended with Karai, so that was the point that stuck in my head.
So I guess this is like trying to address it, but
it's not doing what you're doing. I know that you can really extend things and fix if you have like the freedom to do so. It's not gonna fit in the show though.
But even then, like, having a whole entire fic to it, even that feels excessive because this seemed like a problem like isolated.
Well,
I don't think it was like a long compounding problem.
Yeah.
Like Donnie's never appreciated. Leo's always barking orders.
no.
This is clear. Karai is a stressful situation.
Right. So all of their problems are just showing all at once and conflicting.
Right.
Unfortunately, those problems should have been addressed because you guys have been many situations where tensions get high and then these things start showing up, but for some reason never do sit down and just like, okay guys, so we realize we're doing this when tensions get high. Even just like make it for the sake of battle.
But even then, that to me implies is none of them really see it as a problem.
That's the thing. I want them to see it as a problem, but there's nothing in the show that would. Because, like, okay, so what? The turtles don't see it as a problem. The show has an invisible hand that seems to steer characters into certain conflicts. Do that for this. You sure steer them into some weird...
Well, no, because, like I said, because this is an action show, they have to have the conflict resolution, them working together to save each other's life. Like, this is not... If you're looking for a show where, like, people talk about their feelings and emotions, I don't think TMNT 12 is the show for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
I think that's just how the show is.
I'm not exactly asking them to just sit down at the dinner table and just
Right.
talk for an episode. But I was like, surely you could do some, like, metaphor and, like, talking during the fights. Because, like, heck, that's basically what kind of anime fights are. I don't know about how effectively they do it, but you could do it in, like, a metaphorical sense. So I'm not sure why you didn't even try any approach involving fighting.
I mean, they kind of did, where they were, like, working together. Leah was like, all right, Donnie got it, and, like, doing what Donnie was saying. They all had to listen to each other, basically, to get out of their traps.
I guess so. It's just it's never quite sustained, and it pops up again, which makes it seem like it's not resolved.
Right, so if it had been resolved after this...
Right. I guess that's a final issue, huh?
Or, like, if something like this happened and it was resolved, and it didn't happen again...
Yeah, that's the issue I have with it. Is that it comes back again, so it seems like there's this invisible, like, hanging thread that we're not aware of. That apparently it seems like they're holding on to because it happened again, but we thought it was closed. Huh.
And
Writers.
I think that's just the problem with the show at that point.
Oh my god.
And, like, we know how crazy they were, like, having to write for a bunch of different seasons. So it's no wonder that these issues, like, kept popping up every single season.
Yeah. Such a shame, though. My god.
Right. Like, then you get to bad faith takes like this.
Right.
Which is my problem with that.
You need to see where the show kind of does this thing, like, where its shortcomings come to because of production issues, and then, like, try to look through at the story you're trying to tell. Oh, gosh.
And it's like, part of me is like, why do the fans have to jump to, like, the worst conclusion?
They're really, like, playing it up for the angst is what I've seen.
Right. And, like, this feels like one of those things, like, Donnie's in his emo arc, he's changed, he's different, as if none of the other turtles have ever been through any hardships, as if Leo wasn't knocked straight into a coma.
I think that's the weird thing. I'm like, have you heard of the thing where it's like, the happier a show, the more depressing the fandom?
Yeah.
I don't think that's quite exactly what people are getting at. I think it's with happy shows that have, you can sense that under the happy tone, or the optimistic tone, there's like some dark stuff happening. But because of the happy and optimistic tone, usually they don't just outright ignore the issue. Usually they kind of just deal with it, but with a happy and optimistic outlook on it. Which is, I think, what TMT kind of is sitting at.
Right.
That there's a very lighthearted tone. And in some ways, it's kind of they're pretty nice about the issues. But also, the fans really take all, like, the negativity under and completely ditch all the lightheartedness, like, all the love the brothers got for each other, and just throw that out the window and just go, okay, let's go ham on all of their issues.
Right. But you completely ignore the other aspect that makes them so great, the one that makes you keep coming back. I hope that's the aspect you're looking at. Which is, like, they love each other.
That's, like, the one sustaining element. I'm gonna hope no matter how much they yell at each other, they're family. They got each other. But this is just, like, it's pretty much in his head. Donnie pretty much was like, he's not my brother anymore.
That's what it felt like in this fic. It felt like Donnie cut Leo off forever.
It's always gut clench, joking aside, I was like, he's not probably gonna murder him, but it's like, is it that?
Maybe.
He's like, dang, can never come back from this.
Right.
I'm just sad.
That's
I'm
just
so sad.
You should have marked this tragedy.
I know.
Forget the family angst. This should be tragedy and angst.
I know.
This is tragedy for TMNT.
Yeah.
A brother cutting another brother off. That's a tragedy.
I know. I mean, heck, Last Ronin was definitely a tragedy in a different sense, but still, he kind of had a little hanging connection to his brothers, so it wasn't.
Even then, they were
totally-
arguing till Mikey finally like, "Dad, be gone with you."
Right, so it's not totally despairing, but this is just like the stakes technically aren't even that high, but just because like the connection between them is cut, it just feels so bad.
Right.
Oh, wow, guys, this is not what I signed up
Guys.
for. Guys,
I think we need some happy fic recs.
Right? What's the stupid one? I'm not gonna look to you anymore. Hot milky tea. Ugh, what is this? How popular is this? 2016.
114 favorite. That's a lot for fanfiction. Let's go. Let's go.
Jeez.
You guys, I'm gonna say, you guys have wrong opinions. Your
Yeah.
opinions are wrong.
They're straight wrong. It's too depressing. Say what you will, fanfic. Well, we're trying to explore all kinds of territory.
I don't want to explore this.
It's so sad.
Leo, let's keep talking in pig Latin.
Uh-huh.
You guys don't deserve to hear our conversation.
Uh-huh. Oh my god. What the heck? I came into this like, just a Leo hater and a Donnie misinterpreted. Oh, you're probably gonna play the whole poor Donnie thing.
Because I can clearly tell you've looked at the canon.
Right. There's enough in there that I'm just like, oh, you've done some like deep analysis and considered, like, you planned some stuff out. I can, like, these are like pointed, emo as hell,
Yeah.
but very pointed things that's supposed to like build and build and build until he's just like, can't do this anymore. Go Leo, do this, and then
Get out.
right?
Get out of my lab.
Uh-huh.
Get off my lab.
It's not even like that though. It's just like, get out.
I know, right?
It's like so final. Just get out.
And just like such like a formal thanks. What the heck? Yeah, the long way makes a lot more sense.
So I guess that was the end. Like, Donnie's just cut Leo off.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't
So,
like
but
that
like,
at
but then
all.
my question is like, what do you want then, Donnie?
Yeah, right. How you guys gonna function?
So do you want Leo around or not?
Right.
Like, you still let Leo in.
I can't help it. This ain't good for either of you. Like, okay, now you let all this out. Okay, now it's just like tragic because you won't ever let this go because you decide to cut him out of your life.
Right.
So what? Now you just like hold. I don't.
You live in the same house. How are
I
you gonna
know.
cut him off?
That's true. But also at the same time, it's like Donnie. I don't think you're letting go. I think that means you're letting go of Leo, but also you're unintentionally hanging on to this.
You're holding on to your rage. You're holding on to a grudge.
Yeah.
Hey, you know how awful it felt when someone held a grudge against you? April? When April held a... Do you remember how awful that felt?
Right? And that was temporary.
And you're gonna turn around and do it on Leo permanently?
That's great. You're in the same house. You're in the same house, bro. How are you gonna walk past each other?
Surely someone's gonna notice.
Right?
Well, Leo and Donnie aren't going off about that dorky game. What
Yeah.
the heck's going on?
What's up with you guys? Speaking pick line, I don't even care anymore.
And now Mikey's like begging for them to speak in
No,
pig.
why's Mikey always gotta do this? No,
Mikey!
Mikey!
Stop making me feel bad for the kid, man.
I know, what the
I
heck?
low-key feel bad for him in this scenario.
Right. Dang.
Rab, they're not speaking pig! Rab!
What's up with you guys? Start talking! What? What's wrong? My God. No. Yeah, no. This isn't even between you guys. This is gonna break apart the entire family.
Yeah, because it's not just about you two.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Donnie fails to understand.
Uh-huh. Donnie, you're selfish.
Selfish.
You're so
You
selfish.
got that part of Donnie's character right. He's selfish.
But oh my God. It's
Not to this extent. I'm starting to think you hate Donnie more than I do.
right.
I don't even hate Donnie, but
No, he's just
I rag on the guy, but...
yeah. He's just fun to meme and dunk on.
Right.
God.
I'm starting to think you don't hate Leo, you hate Donnie.
Right. Try harder is the worst thing. Actually trying. okay, you're implying that you're on Donnie's side because he's getting wronged, apparently. Leo's got a lot of things to learn about being a brother if Donnie was still little.
I don't like that.
That rings to... Oh,
Yeah.
That's what that meant.
So, like, now it's all up to Donnie, like, because the ball is in Donnie's court.
Yeah.
Now Leo's willing to try to do what Donnie wants, but if that's not even enough for Donnie, I question what he even is trying to do. What does he want in the then?
This is like almost what I wanted with, no, that's not what I wanted, but this is kind of what I expected to see with like I hate to bring up 2018 Splinter, but this is like the grievances you will hold with that guy.
Right.
Like the stuff that Leo supposedly did to Donnie is the type of stuff you would take up with Rise Splinter, because that is extended, proven.
Right.
It's literally canon if you haven't noticed, guys. Extended neglect abuse at this point.
Yes. Neglect is abuse, guys.
Yeah, no, it is. There's a lot of psychological damage you can get from that, because you're not getting your needs taken care of, so you feel like you're constantly in survival mode, and that drives a person into pretty bad places. So, if you want to like substitute like freaking Raph or something into Donnie's place, I mean, like, this is probably what. I mean, it's gonna be sad once again, but because like he's cutting off his father. But this, I'm like, that's appropriate.
Right, I see what you mean. Like, this feels like the conversation. Instead of Donnie to Leo, this should be like Rise Raph to Rise Splinter. Like, only now is Rise Splinter trying to make amends, but it's too late for Rise Raph.
You should write for the Rise fandom. they should get a dose of this,
right? I hope you're not a Rise fan. This person probably would be a Rise fan.
Are you? Fanfic.
I don't know if they write for Rise.
Are you still here?
Oh.
Load.
You shipped Donnie in April?
Huh? Wait, that's so random. What? Where? It's so hard to read everything. What? Romance and humor.
After Donnie and April finally get together.
It's 1,000 all downhill from here.
Okay.
Wait, what? Want to read that one?
Could read that one.
What the?
I'm scared though. I don't want to see Donnie in April.
What's the rating? Okay, romance, the humor is.
What do you consider humorous?
Right. It takes 4 weeks and sync. Or they start doing like.
And then.
Bumbly couples.
Is this I don't know.
Huh.
All downhill from here. After Donnie and April finally get together, a long, drawn-out, dragged-on thing that takes, not including the 5 years.
Ew, what the?
5 years Donnie pined,
yeah. Okay.
pined over her from not so afar, 4 months and 8 days, and involved a Krang raider team stealth invading the city and the turtles trying to root them out, culminating in the Krang attacking the zoo, Mikey getting food poisoning by daring Casey to eat the turtle pellets, also from the zoo, Raph being adopted by a mutated Victoria Crown pigeon, and the aforementioned Krang sending a signal through the NYC Wi-Fi network that, when reversed, somehow through the power of alien science boosted April's powers from vague empathy to straight-up temporary omniscience.
Wait, this is 12, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 12 verse.
Uh-huh.
Oh, April said. April said, seeing all of Donnie's heart for the first time.
Yeah. Donnie says, I did this before, Joe. Yeah, actually, yeah. Donnie says, scratching his head awkwardly, at which point Mikey was thrown at them, knocked Donnie off the clock tower, and the moment was gone. It takes 4 weeks and 2 days for it to really sink in. Donnie's dating April. Donnie is dating April. April O'Neil. April O'Neil.
Has he been like this long? Leo
Mikey
asks.
shrugs, tugging on Donnie's arm, now out of sibling duty rather than naturally trying to get him out from under the kitchen sink. Couple hours. Mikey tugs Donnie's arm again. Come on, D, he says, rubbing Donnie's bicep encouragingly, cleansing breaths.
Feels like more Rise Mikey's characterization.
Yeah. Donnie doesn't exactly sound like any of the small panic breaths he's making are cleansing. What?
Like,
okay,
yeah.
More like just enough to survive. Leo frowns.
Donnie, come on. Get out from under there. He looks to Mikey again and waves a hand in Donnie's hyperventilating direction, trying to convey what the and what sparked this off in one gesture. Mikey, in response, points to where Donnie's phone has been left on the kitchen worktop. Leo eyes it then, when he's sure that Donnie has taken in enough air to not pass out in the 5 seconds it takes for Leo to stand, gets Donnie's phone and unlocks it. From April!
Oh, Lord.
Happy 1 month anniversary. See you tonight.
Oh, Leo says. Oh, it says Leo, holding the phone out so Mikey can see it.
Oh, says Mikey.
Donnie says nothing, but his wheezing intensifies. Okay, Leo says, I'm gonna go get Sensei.
Yeah.
Except Sensei is a grand total of 0 help.
What's with the splitter dunk?
Dang!
What the?
You think Sensei wouldn't know what to do in matters of the heart?
Come on now.
He and Raph come in from the dojo, and Raph's eyes light up with glee with Donnie's misery for the 3 seconds it takes for Splinter, before Splinter realizes that Raph, king of the dumpster, is using this as an opportunity to gather garbage and promptly whacks him with his cane.
What for you?
Which Raph does, verbally. But as Splinter glides across the kitchen, because Splinter's a ghost now, to kneel next to where Mikey is still trying and failing to get Donnie out from under the sink. Raph sinks into the stool opposite Leo, rests one hand in his chin, and sighs. Have you been waiting for this to happen? Leo asks, appalled, when he realizes just why Raph is so happy. Because Raph is only ever this happy when one of his brothers is suffering, or one of his pigeons just laid an egg. Raph just smiles, and Leo curses whoever thought that using a concrete block as a kitchen table was a good idea. Because right now, what he wants, aside from Donnie to stop wheezing like he's coming out of a burning building and failing a Maury test, is to kick Raph in the ankles so hard his toenails draw blood.
What the?
Dude, is Leo ever that violent?
I know, right? Dang. Across the kitchen, Splinter clears his throat. Son, he says to Donnie. Donnie wheezes in response. Love. Did I ever tell you of how I met my wife, Tension? There have been several tales of tension, and most of them end up with paraphrase, and then Orokusaki betrayed us all and murdered her. So Leo thinks it's prudent to interject.
Sensei, maybe now's not the best time.
When I was a young man, Splinter begins and Donnie stops reading.
This is just implying that Splinter just trauma dumps on them all the time, which is not true.
No.
This is so not true. Also, about the whole Leo wants to kick Raph so hard in the ankles, I'd like to point out, I saw this panel in one of the Panini comics where, like, their brothers were all thinking about, like, what they wanted to, like, do to the other brother. Like, I think Raph was the one who thought about, like, socking Leo, like, just punching Leo. Leo's vengeance on Raph was not even hitting Raph, it was pieing Raph in the face. That's what Leo thinks is revenge.
Ha! I got you.
Ha! You're all messy, dirty.
I'm gonna go wash your face, Raph.
Now you have to go shower. Please go shower.
Yeah, I'm gonna clean this up. This pile on the floor. Just like to get mad. Oh gosh. So far his toenails draw blood.
Relax.
I know, right?
Eventually, they get Splinter to stop talking. What's with this Splinter disrespect?
I know, right?
And Donnie to take in just enough oxygen to not die. And they get enough Dawn squirted over his shell so they can just slide Donnie out of his safety space, and results in Raph calling him Donnie for the rest of the day, and probably in the next ever.
Very funny.
And eventually they get Donnie showered off and on the couch clutching a herbal tea.
I'm sorry, what in the galactic mistake?
No! Oh no, you're so right.
Clutching an herbal tea and wrapping his favorite blanket.
Oh!
And hoarsely, Donnie tells him exactly why he is having the worst panic attack since the first time Mikey licked the petri dish.
Why would he have a panic attack if Mikey licks a petri dish first of all?
He laughed when he got the supposedly very deadly, what was it, shell?
Shell, yeah?
Shell. I don't know what they called it.
He didn't really care.
What was this?
Well, you know, he was like, no, Mikey, you will die.
Hey.
But, like, he wasn't like, oh my gosh, Mikey, you're gonna die. Leo was the one worried about Mikey. Like, what do you mean? Like,
he was more frustrated. He was like, Mikey, I put literally 100 do not eat. How did you? This is your fault.
Yeah.
He was pretty much that kind of attitude.
Right, and then when he was very clinical when he was, like, saying, like, yeah, you will, like, your body will fill with, like, mutagen pus and you'll explode and then you'll die.
he drew some cute pictures.
Yes, he drew.
He was really like getting that, and then and then you'll die.
Bro was getting into it. In fact, I'd argue that Leo was the one showing the most concern. What do you mean he's gonna die, Donnie?
Dang.
No, we're gonna fix this.
Uh-huh. 100. I lost count. More reasons why. I wonder why Leo's not considered the heart. Goodness gracious. What is this?
Donnie's talking. He's yapping.
Been a month. A whole month. And I didn't screw it up yet, but what if I do? And I looked all over the internet, and apparently this is a big deal, you know, shut up for of it all month. So I figured maybe I had to do something, or get her something, but the only anniversaries are wedding anniversaries, and those are based on the time scale of months, and it's too soon to even think about proposing. And how will that even work? It's not like I can just walk down an aisle.
Technically, the bride does the walking. Leo interrupts. It doesn't help. Why are we going the Rise Leo character? This feels like something Rise Leo would say.
Yeah.
Or like just something like unhelpful.
Yeah, no.
If Leo knows something's up with Donnie, he's not gonna say something unhelpful,
this is a
guys.
smart Alec line. This is like, if you really want to assign it to someone, probably Raph.
Yeah.
Wisely, okay. Yeah, bro. Mikey pipes up. Maybe she doesn't even want to get married.
Donnie's eyes widen in panic and horror, and takes in a long, ragged suck of air before Leo manages to shove Mikey away with a hand over his mouth and throws in, "Because marriage is an outdated institution that oppresses women. Haha, didn't April take that women's studies class last semester?" Whoa.
What?
This really just feels... I think the author's just dropping their bias.
Okay.
Marriage is an outdated institution that oppresses women.
Wait, hold on, what? Wait, what?
Well, there's some, like, lines of, like, theory that believe this.
I've never heard this before. I've heard marriage is an outdated institution. I guess because it does restrict people from certain benefits.
I'd argue that you also gain certain benefits too, but
yeah, it's like marriage is like it's like certain couple types, like what, polygamy or something that doesn't allow it. You could probably argue there's probably some financial reasons why they wouldn't do that, but it's like it's 3 people, so I guess. But first, what? That one I've never heard about.
No, I think it's like a common gender studies thing.
That's so weird. I never heard of that one. Might want to look that up afterwards. Oh well.
It's just enough, and Donnie nods, wide-eyed, his knuckles white as he grips his blanket. Oh, this is supposed to be a good thing because they can't get married anyway.
Oh, what? Okay.
I guess. Like, this is also just a personal pet peeve. I hate it when, like, authors are so heavy-handed in their, like, random biases that have hardly anything to do with this humorous story, right? This is supposed to be humorous. Why did we need that in there?
Yeah, what the... Cause I guess this is funny because he just ranted that out.
I'm laughing so hard.
Because it's so obtuse. And he just ranted that out.
Right.
Okay. I don't get it.
And then Raph leans over and says, "Well, I mean, he has to do something if he wants to make it to 2 months, right?" And something not unlike abject terror flashes across Donnie's face. And Leo finally just loses patience. He wrenches over, pinching firmly at a nerve in Donnie's shoulder until Donnie's face slackens and he slumps forward asleep. "Really, Raph?" Leo snaps flatly, making sure that Donnie's breathing slowly and easily, and the lines of stress are gone from his face, even if the apple blossom stink of dish soap will cling to his shell for the next week. "You couldn't try to help out just once?" "Nah." He picks up his magazine and thumbs to one of the tattier pages. "Besides, cable's out."
Okay.
Hey guys!
April breezes into the lair during the early evening, 2 pizza boxes balanced in one arm and a bag full of sodas in the other. Leo looks up from his book, the little Zen book of destroying your energies and other leadership tips, and lifts a hand. "Hey, April," he says, pleased at how neutral he sounds, and nods at the bags. "You and Donnie hanging out tonight?"
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to read April in Love with Donnie.
Oh.
Pray for me, guys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she says, her cheeks flushed. It's been a month, so I thought.
She hefts the pizzas and nods towards the lab.
"Movie night or something. Is he around? I texted him, but..."
Donnie's been in his room for the last 4 hours, passed out as far as Leo knows. "Yeah, I'll go get him." He peels himself off the couch, trying not to feel a little trying not to feel a tad put out when April slips into a spot and ambles off towards Donnie's room. Even as he approaches, he can hear hushed whispering coming from behind the door, followed by Mikey's whispered, indignant,
Dude!
He raps a knuckle once against April's door. Don, April's here.
And Donnie flings the door open with a manic smile and terror in his eyes. Okay! He says brightly, thanks, Leo! And then like a man walking to a truly terrifyingly awesome death, who penned this? Casey?
Right.
Donnie eases past Leo and marches down the steps to where April is waiting for him. Oh, Mikey, says Mikey, leaning against Donnie's doorframe. I take out most of the mean things I said about them when we were kids.
Why do I feel like Mikey would not care if those two got together? I feel like if they were to get together, Mikey would be like, April, you could do so much better than this dweeb. I'm kidding. Well, not kidding, but...
Yeah.
You like Donnie?
Donnie.
You could do so much better.
Right.
What the heck were you two doing in there? Leo asks, glancing over his shoulder. Donnie has stopped dead in the middle of the lair, fists curled like he's trying to psych himself up just to say hi. Mikey moves out of the way, revealing where Donnie's usually Spartan room is a mess, with half of Mikey's dress-up chest thrown across the floor, including several ties, an oversized biker jacket, and Donnie's wizard cape. Forget it, Leo says. I don't want to know.
April! Hi! Says Donnie from somewhere behind Leo, and there is nothing more Leo can do to help, so instead he and Mikey wait on the top of the stairs and watch like good brothers should not.
Hey! She says, walking over to him. She hefts her arm so that the bag of sodas falls into the crook of her elbow, and with her free hand, she clasps Donnie's arm, rubbing her thumb along his bicep. Just relax, it's okay. Or, just relax, okay?
Oh my god. And just like that, Donnie does. I am totally relaxed. He lies through his teeth, his shoulders sinking down to something a lot more neutral and composed. April snorts, like she can see right through him, and leans up, pressing a kiss to the corner of his mouth.
Come on, she says, tilting her head towards the lab. I brought pizza and terrible movies. And then they do something truly nauseating. So nauseating that Raph isn't even in the room, and Leo can still feel his disgust rolling through the air. April leans up, Donnie leans down, and they rub noses while humming. Then they turn and disappear into the lab.
Well, that's gross. Mikey declares, dusting off his hands. He turns to Leo. See you next month. Well, guys.
Happy face.
Uh-huh.
That was such a funny fic.
What? What was the funny? Was the major joke that one? Was the banger? Was the climax joke that one? The one about the women's studies?
Wow.
Well,
that really got me, guys.
That got me roaring with laughter. Okay. I don't even know what to say about it. It's just like, That was the thing?
Yeah, wow. There's like no commentary you can make.
See you next month, Leo. What does that mean?
Is he so disgusted that he can't bear seeing Leo's face? Or like, are they going on a date? Oh, because it's their month anniversary or whatever. So they're implying that Donnie's gonna do it again.
Leo, I can't wait till next month. Oh my god, they're really, what? I swear to god.
Mikey would get, if Donnie kept doing this, Mikey would get so bored he wouldn't even show up.
Yeah.
Leo would be the only one like humoring this.
I feel like wasn't Mikey, who's like, what was the thing that Rav and Mona, I think I went through a compilation just to see what's up. And they said something like bump noses?
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Kissies now?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds really familiar. I don't remember what they called it exactly. Was it Mikey that was like, it's time for something, kissies now? Now's the time for... I swear to God.
I don't know, I haven't gotten to that episode.
No, I haven't either. I just watched through like a compilation or something, just to see what the gist is. I swear to God, he said something like that though, so I'm like, why is Mikey disgusting? Okay.
I don't blame him for being disgusted. Ugh.
Oh, Jesus.
Imagine seeing your friend and your brother do that. Gross.
In front of my pizza?
Right in front of my pizza?
Dang. Oh, you can have this, Leo. Oh.
And honestly, if we're going by canon, Leo would still be the only one humoring this.
Yeah.
It's okay, Donnie, you got this.
Uh-huh.
Like, even if Leo's, like, a little exasperated by, like, month 6, it's okay, Donnie, you got this.
Mm-hmm. Why is he dissing him by throwing out unhelpful lines?
Right? Once again, the author's bias against Leo's showing. You ain't slick.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think I haven't caught on to your game.
Uh-huh. What is this? Welp. That's fun. Wait,
Should we calling that a wrap? Is this
guess
an end
so.
to our first fanfic
I
Friday?
guess so. What an end.
Yeah.